everybody? How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a doubleheader here for the rest of the night. Here on the Spottiest stream. Welcome everybody, and look, I've got a new friend. I've got CplMonkeyshines. How you doing? Welcome in. Nice to see you. We've got some incredible action today.
We do have some incredible action today. I wasn't even necessarily anticipating showing up for this one. Was expecting the PSA Mustangs Dreamstation match later on, but we get a little bit of treat. Before that, we actually get a 1v1 matchup between Daffy Duckz and TakaGG. Is there anything that you're exactly expecting from this matchup this evening?
Well, I will say both these players have won all their matches in sweeps. I don't expect that's going to happen anymore. I think this is going to be one of those matches that won't be a 3-game series. It's going to be one of those best of 5s that it's going to be tight. I think these teams, I would be very surprised. I would not be surprised if this goes to game 5. I would be very surprised actually if it doesn't go to game 5. I think it is going to be that close.
And I'll tell you, I am all about the content. If it doesn't go to game 5, I'm going to be a little bit upset. If we don't get at least one overtime stanza, I'm going to be a little upset. I want to see what both of these folks have. And like you said, they have not lost a game. Somebody's got to walk away a sore loser. Maybe. We'll see. Sometimes salt spills on the field. We shall see. But had the opportunity to watch Daffy Duckz last week take on a crusty cow representing Team Senior Series Esports, SRSC. Daffy did tremendously well. Very poised. Very relaxed. Didn't really see a whole heck of a lot of stress. Don't expect to see any on the pitch this evening. Taka, haven't had the pleasure yet, but really looking forward to, as I said, Sporty, like this is going to be a tremendous evening. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I've had the opportunity. Right now, I can say it straight away. This has already been a tremendous evening. Cannot wait to experience this with you, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, again, I'm thankful for that, but it's also going to be a tournament this evening for these players. Take a look at the lineups. Yeah, there's not much. Oh, sorry, there's not much in those lineups because it's ones. But there you go. Anyways, if you were confused who was playing on these teams, well, there you go. I don't know what to say about that. But here we go again. Yeah, again, a little 1v1 action, as you mentioned. Again, Daffy Duckz, as you guys can see, part of the Swordfish Esports organization. That's an org that we've been seeing him on a couple times. Actually, I don't know what team he's on currently. I don't even know if he is on a team currently, but he is playing ones for them. Solid player. Again, a lot of people probably know the Swordfish team for Swordfish Bebop, and Swordfish Splash Bros being kind of their biggest teams. But hey, you know, again, I know Daffy's been on a couple teams. Taka, though, not on an org. And yeah, you mentioned how you didn't get to see Taka. I've been able to see Taka. I've been able to see him play ones. He's a very solid player. He's actually be 4-0 right now. He just, well, didn't have a very good matchup in the first week against Get Your Desires, where he forgot to upload results. We did actually get to see him win that match. Yeah, again, he forgot to upload results for that. That's why he's 3-1. Even so, again, these guys have had a very strong season so far. Really, both of these teams could be like champions at the end of this. And while we're only a couple of weeks in. We're in week 4. It is a 7-week regular season, I believe. Actually, it might be 6 weeks now. I think it's a 6-week regular season. These players, so anything can happen. And for both these teams being at the higher point of this grouping, they're gonna have really good brackets getting in. They're gonna be high candidates to win.
So you mentioned you saw Taka play. I have seen Daffy. Can you let the folks know a little bit about the strengths and weaknesses of both of these?
Well, again, I know for a fact, again, Daffy, I think he is the higher ranked player as well in these two. For Taka, I know, again, he played against Sketchy Desires, who is a lower ranked player. Really, it is just rank and overall skill. I know that both these guys have that. They're both, going to be strong in that ground game. I think I remember seeing Taka go for like solo plays last time he played. So he might be a little bit more of a solo player, but we'll see how he works here. Again, both these guys are high ranked. We'll see how those kind of strengths and weaknesses kind of pair up against each other. But the main thing you got to look at once is just how players adapt, how players make adjustments.
It is. And again, watching Daffy, it was really a treat for me. Didn't stress under pressure. And of course, wasn't worried about necessarily relenting, giving up a score or two. When you get behind a couple, especially in ones, it's very easy to panic and think to yourself, oh gosh, here comes the snowball. It's starting to go and go and go. Didn't notice that from Daffy at all. Just was hanging back, waiting for the opportunity, and just chilled. Waited for the opposition to make a mistake. And while those may not come a lot, he was able to jump on them, capitalize, and this is why he's just been winning games. This is why he's been winning series.
And I think we could say the same thing about Taka as well. These guys have been pretty relaxed. They're the kind of players who don't really mind too much. They don't let things get to them. I expect that we're going to see more of that. I expect we're going to see a lot of that. And, well, if you guys want to see that as well, go and get your prediction poll in. Daffy Duckz, TakaGG. Prediction poll has been live for a little bit, so vote for it. You got about 8 minutes left to vote and get your predictions in for this best of 5. Reminder, yes, we will have another series later tonight. We're gonna have that best of 7. If we take a look, actually at our schedule, I know it's a match you just mentioned, but we're gonna talk about it anyways. It is Dreamstation PSA Mustangs part of the Evolution Championship Series. That match is the semi-finals. So much, you know, for both these players. It's single elimination. So a win will send you to the finals. A loss will send you out. These guys are, fighting for everything. Their season's come to this point. What a match that will be. But of course, again, we've got a 1v1 to start out first.
Got a couple of honestly prime time matchups. You get a little bit of ones action, and then we shift, like you say, into that semi-final matchup. Very, very excellent talent on both sides of that pitch between the Mustangs and Dreamstation. And tremendous synergy as well. Not just talent as raw talent, as mechs and things like that, but just very good rotation, working with each other. It's going to be so interesting. We get to see this opportunity with 1v1 to see where those small errors come in and how the opposition can handle that one. It's going to be the same situation between Dreamstation and PSA later on. So settle in, grab yourself a drink, a snack, whatever you like, chat, get comfortable, because we've got some tremendous Rocket League action for the next few hours.
I feel like we need to go to like a movie theater and get like overpriced popcorn for this, but
I am all about overpriced popcorn.
you gotta get that overpriced popcorn here from your local AMC. Well, again, maybe someone has that popcorn on hand. I'm not a popcorn person, but sounds like you are.
I enjoy popcorn. I also enjoy you get the nice hot popcorn with the butter, the imitation butter on it. Then you put like some Milk Duds or M&Ms in there, and then just S tier.
Sounds like way too much sugar for me. I don't know if I could handle
like way too much sugar for anybody, let alone you, let alone me. But hey, you know what? Life is short.
Life is short, so eat as much sugar as you can, and make it. I guess sweeter. That's a bad pun. Anyways, it's because I'm here.
Talk about getting sweeter. That's exactly what we're going to see this evening. And seriously, top of the hours when we're going to see this.
We're going to see some candy.
We're going to see a little bit of sweetness. We're going to see a little bit of saltiness. Okay. I always appreciate a little bit of saltiness when it comes to 1s, 2s, 3s, whatever you like. I always appreciate a little bit of bumps, a little bit of demos, all that kind of stuff. I do hope we see it a little more rare in 1s, but when it's properly implemented, bumps and demos, those can be a game changer. And I have no doubt as well we'll see that later on in our 3v3.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely see it in our 3v3. And again, we'll talk about that when the time comes. For now, again, Daffy Duckz, who's 3-0, swept every opponent so far. TakaGG, 2-1, has swept, his last 2 wins. Obviously, his only loss coming to Sketchy's Eyes in a double forfeit, which actually shouldn't have even been that. It should have been his win. He should be 3-0, of course. As I mentioned, he's one of those guys who's super relaxed. He doesn't really care. We'll see kind of how these guys play. I know for both of them, there's a situation where the playoffs, they're going to make the playoffs with how they're playing. There's no questions about it. They're both in a position where they're going to be at the top of their league. Just depends where and how. Well, I'm sure for these guys, they don't really care too much, because they'll play whoever they get in front of them. We care. Stats and all.
Oh, absolutely. Well, absolutely we care. We are the ones who get the privilege, nay, the honor, of calling these particular matches. Watching this tremendous talent, especially in a 1v1 situation, when we've got Taka coming in here, so I have no doubt that Daffy's going to come in here as well. Genuinely, I keep saying it, but it's very, very true. I cannot wait to see what these two can do. I have already seen what Daffy can do. I look forward to seeing what Taka can do. And like we say, somebody's got to walk away with a loss. And hopefully it's not going to be via forfeit or anything like that yet again, because neither of these players deserve to have anything like that happen to them once, let alone twice. So hopefully we don't have to talk about that after the ending of this one.
Well, we'll see how that works. Again, as you mentioned, TakaGG has just joined. We are still waiting on Daffy Duckz, and as soon as Daffy joins in, they're probably just doing some warm-ups. As soon as Daffy's here, great. Everything will start, but again, just waiting on that. But yeah, as you mentioned, again, it's an insane matchup. There's really not much else we can really say about this, though, except just show you what these guys have in store. Because again, the thing about 1s, and you mentioned like how these guys' playstyles change each other. It's really tough to say how a playstyle changes, because 1, it's tough to see these guys on a consistent basis. It's not easy, and 2, these guys can always change their playstyles a little bit, and that's something that happens all the time in 1s, even in the middle of a series, because there's only one player. You have to make those adjustments yourself. You can't rely on someone else to do it. Again, these guys have a lot to prove. I know, again, I believe Taka was a lot more of a solo-heavy player than Daffy is, so we'll see how that kind of goes into play. I know Daffy himself is just very consistent. That's his whole thing, is to play consistently, so... And I'm sure, really, the question is kind of, is Taka going to be able to, show up and be that better player, or will it be Daffy Duckz who can allow his consistency and Overall, his overall dominance on this league allowed to continue here against what will be his toughest matchup so far.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it is very easy to switch things up. So even if you do sit back, you do watch a little bit of film, maybe even just scrim with the individual, they still have the opportunity to switch things up. Maybe they change up their car language a little bit. They juke when you think they're going to jive, they're going to go left when you think they're going to go right. That's the kind of thing again that's going to win these games. Or you just play consistent. Like I said, we've seen Daffy do it time and time again. I don't think that Daffy's going to allow anything to stress him out. But likewise, it's just going to be those small moments. And genuinely curious to see if Daffy can continue on that way. Genuinely curious to see if we see those adjustments as we go along. And it is those moments where you can pick things up here and there. Of course, you got to go with your momentum swings. You can't let that stress you out. And obviously, like I said, in ones, things can seem like they're going in the opposite way very fast. Maybe you get down 2 or 3, but as long as you have a good average, let's say you get down three goals, but you still have plenty of time, you still have half a game. A lot of folks would worry about that and say, oh, you know what, it's going the wrong way, I'm done here, and you give up mentally. But an individual like Daffy Duckz will step in there, not stress, and just climb their way back. And that's what I don't know necessarily if Daffy Duckz is going to be behind at any given point. Who knows? But I fully expect both of these players, if they get in to that position, will claw their way back, kicking and screaming if necessary. We do have both folks on the pitch, so I do believe it is time.
It is very much time here. Again, Corporal, again, thank you so much for joining. Again, CplMonkeyshines. We got a series now. It's, it's not about us here anymore. It's about these two. Daffy Duckz in the blue, TakaGG in the orange. A best of 5 series. The top 2 players and, oh dear, sorry about that, everybody. We'll have to quickly reset here. I know Daffy's been having some internet issues, so we're gonna quickly reset that. A little fake out for you all.
There you go.
How about a little fake out?
Pause.
Yeah, we'll have to quickly pause. Whoopsies. Sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully, the issues can resolve soon enough. Sorry about that. As we'll look to kind of everything back here. And make sure we get everybody in here for this one. Again, sorry about that. I know Daffy's been having some issues. We'll just have to have everybody leave that lobby and join a new one. Yeah, we're just adding some suspense, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've been talking about it time and time again. People, like I said, the tension is palpable. It is palpable is the word I want to use here.
Yep.
And everybody, like you said, it's right there, and we're waiting. And I thought maybe there was a little bit of strategy going on there. I said, oh, straight out the gate, we're seeing.
No, it's not that. It's definitely just his internet. He told me beforehand he had some internet issues. So.
Okay, sure. All right.
Dang, all right then.
Yeah.
I think the whole Swordfish organization now has to talk with you about that. It's a pretty big work, so we'll get them all back in here. Let's try this again. Right. Swordfish Esports, Daffy Duckz, TakaGG. Yeah, we'll see if hopefully the issues don't persist. I'm hoping that they won't. Says we'll get on this best of 5 series. Here we go. It looks like everybody's in, and let's get this series underway. And yes, Daffy is moving. That's a good sign.
Daffy is in fact moving. Great kickoff there. Got to be feeling good about that. Full tank, trying to sneak it past Rogue. Good shadow defense there. Taka trying to take the pop, does not happen. Daffy trying to keep things up, waiting for Taka to quite possibly make a mistake, but again, great shadow defense there by Taka. But not stressing is Daffy. Nice flick. See if they're able to follow up on it right there. Should be able to make it, and sure enough, cracks the goose egg. 3:41 left to go, and Daffy Duckz, a certain dominance straight out of the gate, quite clearly moving to groove and straight on.
Yeah, it's a good start there for Daffy Duckz, and one of the things that has already impressed me from Daffy Duckz is just how patient he is. He is, as you mentioned, he is not a guy who's going to get stressed easily. You can tell Taka's trying to outpace him, but Daffy's just not letting that get to him at all. When you play against a player like Taka, he wants you to feel nervous. He wants to outpace you. He wants to outplay you. You have to be able to kind of manage that, and so far he's done pretty well. Taka trying to play fast, but Daffy Duckz definitely keeping his pace at a very calm level.
And as you mentioned, he is slow, he is consistent, and he is intentional. You see Taka trying to push yet again, not able. Good challenge there by Daffy. Not able to get the handle, but actually it does appear toying around with Taka a little bit. Almost able to get the hat trick there, but not yet. Good flip there. Not necessarily stressing about getting the handle, like we are seeing those mind games come out straight away. Taka waiting for the opportunity to move up, trying to jockey for a position here. Snags a penny, but kind of low on boost. Runs back for the 100. It gets stolen by Daffy, setting things up. Let's see if Daffy's able to move around, but a great clear by Taka. Comes Daffy, just kind of taking it ever so gently, but that might very well allow Taka to get on the board. No, it will not. Excellent pop there. And Daffy, just back there, taking their time.
Well, they didn't take their time on that challenge, that's for sure. That was kind of a
my
Russian. Well, good
goodness.
demo from Daffy. You wanted demos, didn't you? Right? You wanted the demos.
I did. If
Oh, Daffy's got you one. Yeah, he must have been
Everybody
hearing the
knows.
stream. I'm joking. He definitely wasn't.
Absolutely, no. Everybody knows that I am a big aficionado of bully ball. Daffy came out and showed it last time around. I am glad to see that Taka took notice. Might be able to have this one good clear by Daffy, and Daffy just not relenting overall.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell Taka's just trying to outplay him here, and Daffy has jumped into that challenge. That is a surprisingly aggressive choice for a player who's usually so defensive. TakaGG's first of the game, and Daffy Duckz, man, he is going to regret that one. He's been jumping head into a lot of these challenges, and with how far away he does leave this play, it does make me worry, because if he jumps into challenges like that, Taka will beat him. There is no question about it. Daffy Duckz needs to stay close to Taka if he wants to put in those kind of challenges.
A little uncharacteristic. I fully wasn't expecting Daffy Duckz to jump that. Typically, they play very, very crisp. Nice jump there. But obviously, I mean, these are human beings after all. They're going to be those moments, and those are the moments we were talking about prior to the matchup, Sporty, where they're going to have to take advantage, whether you're Taka, whether you are Daffy Duckz. Daffy, good read there. Try to get up and pass, but excellent shadow defense there by Taka. Here comes Daffy. Try to get the handle, able to get it with the juke and the score. 3-1 in favor of Daffy Duckz. 2:19 left to go here in our game one.
If that's intentional, that is one of the best jukes I've seen in a while. But I have a feeling I think he just overshot it, and as a way to recover, he just had to hit the ball. And well, and in the process, TakaGG got absolutely fake there. That's a interesting juke move from Daffy Duckz. I don't think that was intentional, and yet it works for him. You know, he's able to make up for it. The mistake he made moving upfield, he was able to catch up to the ball. And yeah, you can definitely tell he has got this control on Taka, but he's got to keep doing more as that flick won't be made. Daffy trying to race his way back. Taka has it. 60 boost left, and he's got a lot of open space. Oh, but that flick needs to be a little better from Taka. Had a lot of room to utilize that, and he just didn't hit the target. Now here comes Daffy the other way. Gonna use some pace. Taka, I mean, he knows pace, and no issue catching up to that one. Again, clean Rocket League, both players playing in a way where they're just trying to beat each other in 50s. Daffy Duckz has won that so far, but you can definitely see kind of hints where Taka could beat him as Daffy almost makes it for there. Again, just every challenge seemingly is one that Daffy can win, and oh, but he's missed it there. That's open for Taka, and it is off the post and in. Taka nearly missed that, but nearly won't matter to him. He's put it in, and Daffy Duckz, he just did not recover off of that bump play.
I thought the post might be an unkind defender, but no. But Daffy, again, is in the situation here, still has that 1-goal lead, $1.30 left to go in our game number one. Not stressing. Don't necessarily anticipate that. Now, we are seeing Daffy play a little bit more aggressive. See the bumps out there. The demo, of course, was introduced. So take advantage of it. Nice pump and over. You can do that time and time again with the Dominus. We are knotted up at 3.
That's a great flick from Taka. Exactly, and again, he is catching Daffy Duckz when he pushes it back a little too far. TakaGG, if he relies on keeping the ball as close to him as possible, he beats Daffy Duckz. I think the same goes for Daffy, though. Really, the question is, which of these guys is willing to play a little riskier, a little closer to that ball? This game, it's ending up with Taka actually doing it, but Daffy's won a kickoff. He's won a couple of those. Oh, that one needed to go in from Daffy. Just didn't have enough to reach it. But he's going to go again. He's staying close. Maybe a flick. Oh, what a save from Taka down the field. It's open for him. He will catch up to the ball, but he's got to turn it in. It's 1 touch, 2 touches. That one screening across the nets, but still wide. Maybe another chance for him. Options in front. Going to try to dribble it across the field, trying to get Daffy to jump, but he said Daffy will bump him out of the way. Taka will have to go back as Daffy, the dribble, and a boost. He's still going for it, just trying to slow down Taka, but he's got to go back again. And look at how far back he's going. Taka's got all this room, and Daffy's got to be careful when and where he challenges, and he doesn't do it well. He's jumped in again. It's open for Taka. Here comes his aerial plays in front, and oh dear, Taka. That needs to go in. Another open chance for Taka. He is missing a lot of these.
Indeed, I thought there was going to be a moment, like you said, where Daffy was going to just give up the open goal. Did not happen. Has to be loving the fact that that actually worked out, but here comes Taka. Just nice flick there. Is it going to happen? No, gets corralled there by Daffy. Daffy looping around, grabs the 100, trying to sneak past Taka. Lying there by Taka, but not going to be able to pop it off the booty. 4-3 in favor of Daffy. 4 seconds left to go here in our game number 1.
And Taka just was not in the right position. He was a little far out from that front post. He gave that opening up to Daffy. And Daffy, he may not play fast, but he definitely can, accelerate at that pace. You give him a chance, he'll take it. But Taka, maybe a chance to come back. 0 seconds, maybe a triple game, but he can't get it going. Daffy Duckz is taking game 1, but only by a 1-goal margin. And, well, CplMonkeyshines, as we both, I think, predicted here, well, this is going to be quite the series if this is game 1.
Absolutely, and you can see things are very even. Only 4-3. The shot chart very similar. A save apiece. 100% what we were expecting. Both of these players very, very even. Both in position to make plays, and I fully expect, like I say, for that to continue over the course of the evening.
Let's get ourselves into game 2 then. Taka, Daffy Duckz back in for another round of action. Again, Daffy has swept all of his opponents so far, but again, we mentioned Taka's going to be his toughest one this season yet, and man, you can tell Taka's really giving him a tough time, as again, Daffy has gone all the way back. Is he going to learn? Again, the whole thing about one-win players is making adjustments, and that is an adjustment Daffy needs to make. He's just been a little too boost hungry, and a lot of his challenges are just extremely linear.
And not only a little boost hungry, but I've noticed him, we saw in the game 1 a little bit further, a little bit closer to the end, was playing a little far back, challenging Taka to do something with it, and he is now getting those flicks off the Dominus again, so very difficult to challenge. When you've got someone who is nailing them left and right, it looks like Taka able to do that with consistency. Here comes Daffy, trying to get the carry, gets one reset, but not able to sneak it by past Taka. The booty is open if Taka is able to recover, grabs the 100, tries to sneak it past, does not happen. Good pop by Daffy. Now moving it back up, taken to the air a little bit more than I expected, but it is going to drop down, and Daffy knotted things up at 1:4:22 left to go in our game number 2.
And sometimes the best thing to do is just to shoot at the net, see if they will get to it. Give them a little test. It happens so often in ones. You just don't realize it at some levels because sometimes they just shoot so well, but that's a little test shot there from Daffy Duckz. Sometimes it just goes in. And that was one of those cases. And I mean, for Daffy, a goal where he's, works for it. Now he's looking for a play in front. Oh, he's just got the 50. This one on the line.
Oh!
And Daffy Duckz will force it through. Right off the back wall. Daffy Duckz. He's gone to the weight gym. He's forced it through Taka. And that net is open and waiting for him. What a goal right off the kickoff.
Oh, we've seen Daffy come out straight away and just really enforce over and over, says, this is what I do. I come out here, I am going to take home the dub. But as we saw in game number 1, the momentum came back around for Taka. Taka's able to get those excellent flicks just like that. Going to be able to sneak him by Daffy. It could be a long night, but here comes Daffy. I do believe Daffy now starting to understand the assignment. I got to think Taka's going to continue on with those flicks, been so very effective. Good challenge there by Daffy. Wrapping around, grabs the 100. Does Taka. Not able to sneak that one right by Daffy. Snags both the ball and the 100. Yeah, grabs another one. Taka trying to read this and able to do so. Wrapping around quite possibly. Has a goal here. Sure enough. Able to pop that one in. Knotted up at 3:29 left to go in our game number 2.
That's what Taka was asking for. He was waiting for a chance, and yeah, really, the real question is, who's going to win on the challenge? Is it going to be Daffy Duckz? Is it going to be Taka? Whenever Daffy Duckz goes to offense, which he so often does off these kickoffs, and Taka beat him in the challenge. If Taka does beat him in the challenge, it's going to be Taka who scores it. Again, not a lot of, back and forth controls. Really, just getting to offense, see who has the ball in that open space, and who can really utilize it. And if the offense wins, they score. If the defense wins, the defense scores. It's an interesting kind of back and forth version that these guys are committing so heavily to the offense because against most players, they know they can recover. But against each other, this is again a tough matchup for both of them. They've got a lot to do as Daffy trying to get to that back post. What a save from Taka. He's just barely got there with enough boost. He's picked up that corner as well, looking for the 50, delays it. It's open for Taka, and he's taken it. A 3-2 lead. Taka outsmarts Daffy Duckz in the challenge.
Taka wins the day on that one. Daffy lets him know that I am indeed still out there, not even at halftime here. 3-2 in favor of Taka here. And what I've noticed, oh, nice flick there, and sure enough, great delay. Taka taking advantage of that long Dominus form just comes straight out the gate, gets the pop, does a nice little pause there, causes Daffy to just go flat-footed. And Taka takes advantage of it 4-2, again in favor of Taka, 2:48 left to go.
Again, for Daffy, his big issue is going to be how close does he want to stay to the ball? You know, how aggressive does he want to be? It's one of those things where he does give Taka a decent amount of space, and Taka will utilize it as Taka again. He's not really got up to the arrow that much. He's just been using his dribble game as Daffy can't get to that one. Another goal for Taka. And this guy is starting to hit a real stride in this game.
Was an excellent defensive attempt by Daffy, but we are starting to see that momentum swing Taka's way. Both of these players have been very, very aggressive, especially as we step up and along, but Taka just really taking things to a different level and now has that momentum swing. See what he is able to do with it. Daffy's back there trying to challenge, trying to get that shadow defense going on. Nice flick up and over. That was just a little bit high, but Daffy a little bit more out of position lately. Unfortunately loses the handle there. See if Taka's able to get it. Nice clear there by Daffy, but might be out of sorts for this one. The carry isn't going to make it happen. Sure enough, and Taka feeling it, vibing out there. 4-goal lead, 2:10 left to go in our game number 2, this best of 5 series.
And you know what really allowed Taka to do that? He went for that because he knew, well, Daffy doesn't have any boost left. He knew Daffy wanted that corner boost. He saw Daffy go for it, and Daffy knew, knowing that he can't just go there because he's going to give up an open net. Has to turn back. Taka just takes just a really good kind of knowledge of the situation. And again, you can really tell that when his mechanics are on, Taka can beat about anybody in this league. But that's open for Daffy. And that's 1 goal back. We haven't really seen that creativity from Daffy Duckz as we have from Taka. Taka's been much more creative on offense. You really don't know what he's going to do next. And, well, Daffy, he might want to take some notes because he might be able to succeed if he starts to get some creativity going because we know he has that consistency, but, well, we're definitely seeing Taka, again, just mix things up. We don't know what he's going to do. He's now going for a solo play. The dribble, looking for the dunk. Daffy's beat him there. It's open again for Daffy, and he's put that one on. Brilliant shot from Daffy. He's starting to make this comeback.
And we are seeing Daffy again, not stressing. Typically, you go down by 4 goals in a ones match. The opposition feeling very good might bust out something they hadn't been, and you make a great point. Taka, very creative, of course. Daffy knows, has to respect that flick that has been so good over the course of the evening. Nice shot, and already the savior by Taka. 3 saves to his credit, trying to get it up, was looking for the flick. Daffy comes through, gets the demo, and unable to get the goal. The post there assisting Daffy, wraps around. Oh my goodness, but Taka given the receipt, fresh ink in the printer. As we get towards 1:15, Taka, I do believe, looking for yet another flick. There it is. Academic at this point.
Consistency is key, and Taka has demonstrated that another flick to that net. You know, they're not all perfect. This one was far from it, and they've all been pretty tough to stop. And yeah, the fact that he's playing in the dominance, we haven't even really mentioned that. That's a rare card to see in a 1v1. You don't see anybody play that card in a 1v1 because it's not a 50 card. I think we're seeing that pretty well with how the kickoffs have all gone wrong for Taka. For the most part, he is not a kickoff guy, but he is a flick guy. And that dominance just gives him so much extra power. Daffy, you know, has to respect him in that case, but Daffy's got to get some goals soon if he really wants to, you know, allow this game to at least seem closer, because Taka has really been able just to run away with it with his dribble plays. Daffy. Oh, bless me. There's a lot. I'm allergic to, I don't know what I'm allergic to anymore, but anyways. I guess I'm allergic to Rocket League gameplay and not having enough goals.
Terrible thing.
Yeah, I know. We need goals here, but anyways, again, we're seeing this kind of back and forth. Oh, there's Daffy to score. And you know, as soon as he scores, my allergies stop, obviously.
And still plenty of time. Plenty of time for,
what am I talking
Daffy
about?
to come on back. We are talking about the wonder of Rocket League, and ideally, no allergies to it. But to your point as well, when I see a dominance on the pitch when it comes to 1v1, I know immediately this person has tremendous ground control. I need to respect the flicks. You need to respect a bit of a higher flick as well. A little bit more to work with there. Daffy Duckz now going to the air, tries to get the air dribble to take it over. Taka, my goodness, excellent save there by Taka, and this should be simple. It goes off the post, unfortunately, but wrapping around. 2 goals to work with. Can't be stressing too much. Taka, but popping it up here, going under 10 seconds. Daffy not going to allow that one to happen, but has no boost to speak of. Maybe Taka's looking for one more flick to end this game. Oh, the carryover, not able to go through, but I appreciate the creativity that we saw there. Tell you what, Not shocked at all that this series now knotted up at 1. And as you mentioned, this could very well go the distance.
And honestly, maybe my prediction was better than I thought it would have been. Because, well, we see a tied series, and we know both these guys are going to make adjustments, are going to react to each other. Let's go to game 3, and really, again, the big thing that, Daffy Duckz needs to be careful of is the fact that he's giving Taka a lot of space. Against most people, it's not a problem. Most people can't make that space really work. Taka can. If Taka gets a chance to triple flick, he will use that chance to triple flick. It's really going to be up to Daffy Duckz to prevent that.
Give yourself a little more credit, my friend. I mean, clearly you've watched a game or two in your life. You know what's going to happen. But let me look at that stat sheet there as we get underway. I noticed that the shot chart went up, so we saw a little bit more offense, a little less defense, a little bit of a higher scoring game. Great save there by Daffy. We'll see which of those wins out here in our game number 3. Both players now seeing a fair bit of the other, trying to make those adjustments. Familiar with some of their card language at this point. Have seen Taka take a fair number of those flicks. A little difficult to get the handle on there. While you enjoy the dominance when it comes to dribbling potential, flick potential, it can be nasty to maneuver when you're trying to take some sharp cuts, some sharp turns, and it looks like Daffy is definitely going to continue to employ them over the course of the evening. Nice flick there, trying to get it up and over Daffy. We see Bumps and Demo Sporty getting traded left and right. The aggression that I will tell you what I love to see. I also love to see Daffy taking to the sky, the Black Phoenix rising. Both of these players just not letting either get an inch.
And that is exactly what Daffy needed. He needed a goal to kind of get himself back into momentum, and that is a really great way to do it. A little dunk off that back wall. He had the little help from the crossbar too. I mean, Taka just couldn't keep him out. Daffy. And again, we mentioned that our team's going to win a lot of those 50-50s, and he does it there. 1 goal up. And now dribble. Looks like Taka is an open net potential here as Daffy going for boost. That might be a mistake because Taka's got the space. And he's going to get the beat. It's open for him. Can he put it in? Yes, he will. TakaGG again being given space by Daffy Duckz. And Daffy, at some point, he's going to realize he just cannot allow Taka to do that.
Now, I really appreciate the fact that Daffy went in and decided to be aggressive, decided to get those bumps, decided to get the demos. Cannot give Taka as much space, because otherwise has been so good with those flicks, so good with those carries, and now starting to implement a little bit more. We have seen this every single game. Daffy has gone out, asserted himself early on. It is now Taka's turn to come on back and make a statement. We've seen it. Even in that game number 1, Taka was able to come on back. So at this point, you gotta wonder, is that in the back of Daffy's head? We've seen it, where he's jumped out time and time again. Even if he comes out here, maybe snags a 2 or 3 goal lead. Taka also ice in their veins as well. And I'm genuinely curious to see if the aggression continues on. Have no idea, or have no reason to think that it won't. Taka now moves around, grabs the 100, taking that opportunity away from Donald. Gets away a little bit there. Pops across. Excuse me, Donald Daffy. We got all kinds of Daffy. We got all kinds of Ducks this evening. I have no doubt that there is a nephew somewhere down the line that goes by Donald. I think we all have one of those. Maybe if they are twice, thrice removed. I'll be sorry. You know what? You get all of your animated Ducks confused sometimes. No doubt there is a Huey, Dewey, or Louie out there on the ones pitch. Taka, though, trying to get sorted up and over. Flailing now, trying to get his way, but out and around. Let's see if Daffy is able to handle it. Heads back, grabs the 100, trying to go to the air here and sneak it on by. Did not happen, though, in net. And there goes Taka, wrapping around, grabs 100, waiting. Thought he might grab the other one. Faked Daffy out, I do believe, and that flick just a little too light. Daffy, maybe going to the air. Trying to sneak it on by. Nice flick there, giving Taka a little taste of his own medicine. 3-1 in favor of Daffy Duck. 2:26 left to go in our game number 3.
Yeah, and again, you mentioned it. He's doing exactly what Taka did. Taka went back a little far there, and he didn't expect that flick from Daffy, and I don't blame Taka for doing that. We haven't really seen that from Daffy. We've seen him attempt it, but never like that, and never that well. Again, both these guys, like the real aim of the game is going to be how close do you play to your opponents? How aggressively do you play? You know, do you give them space or do you not? And well, when you do give them space, they make things happen. Here comes Daffy. We have room, and look at that challenge Taka. He closed that angle down so quickly, and again, that is how you take away space from an opponent. Is now Daffy showing you another way to take space away from an opponent by removing them. And now he's going to look for it again. Oh, he didn't get the bump, but he does get enough of it. Taka won't be able to save. It's Daffy Duckz, who's now just starting to have a little bit of extra fun with this one.
I appreciate the cheekiness that we just saw there. A bit of a bump goal, at least a possible bump goal. But we're seeing a little bit of anything you can do, I can do better here by Daff. He's starting to implement those flicks. But when it comes to a Fennec versus a Dominus, you have to think that Daffy might employ a bit more flick to the side versus Taka being so very efficient with wherever he wants to go, even just straight over the dome. We see Taka now going back, grabbing the 100. I do believe here goes Daffy trying to get it up and over. Did not happen. Taka now trying to press down yet again, trying to get the air dribble, takes it on in quite possibly, and sure enough, great defensive attempt, but it was for naught. Taka starting to climb back here. $1:37 left to go in our game number 3.
And yeah, you mentioned I can do it better. Well, we saw Daffy have a dunk earlier. Taka's gonna give one of his own right through the defense. An amazing response from TakaGG. This game is far from over.
As you mentioned, coming up on a $1:30 here, but still plenty of time for either of these players. You just get a sliver of space. Steve's able to sneak it on by. Daffy able to get the demo and escorts the ball away. Says, hey, I appreciate the effort, but it will not be converted. Oh, we might see a little bit of a pinch there. Do believe that's what the attempt was. Going on back and getting a full tank. Pop up by Taka. Keeping things steady. And getting in front, grabbing that 100. Not allowing Daffy the opportunity to fill up. Taka not getting that one though, but gets it up and over. And folks, I do believe, yes, we will have a 1-goal game. 50 seconds remaining. Daffy still out to that 4-3 lead. But time is ticking down.
50 seconds, it's enough time for Taka to come back, but for Daffy, the nerves, this is when they start really coming to him. You mentioned you can get up to as good a start as you want in ones, but that may not always be the case. As Taka, again, time definitely can help him here, as Daffy is going to put that one in. Taka, strange decision to go for a 50-50 in front of that net. You're in a Dominus, Taka. That is not the right decision there. You try to 50 an Octane hitbox player, but he went for it. Yeah, he won't get that success. And we're going to go back to kickoff, where Taka now only down by 2. 37 seconds left, as you mentioned. Time now needs to be taken into account here from Taka, because he's got to really be careful. This ball could bounce all over the place. This is when people get tested, and man, Daffy Duckz, he is testing Taka well. That's another one.
It almost seems like Daffy has bookends when it comes to game. Comes out strong, we've seen it time and time again, and now wrapping around, has that momentum, just kind of resets in his mind. It is 0-0. We are starting from scratch. 6-3. You've got to be feeling good about it. If you are Taka, though, you want to find that momentum. May not take the dub here, but this is Rocket League. Crazier things have happened, even outside of Rumble. Tries to get the handle on that, does not happen. Looking for yet another flick, but that's kind of what I was talking about. Those side flicks may not be as kind in that Dominus versus the Fennec or the Octane. Taka trying to carry it up and over. Great clear there by Daffy. Starting to swing back his way is the momentum. Nice jump there.
He'll run out. Daffy wants one more. He doesn't even get it. The ground denied him. The game said no, but Daffy Duckz will say, yes, we will be in match points. 2-1 lead. TakaGG now. Again, he's going up against the best in the league. He's getting a real challenge here, and Daffy Duckz only one game away from winning it.
See the shot chart very even, but now we are starting to see those shots be a little bit more true for Daffy. We're starting to see that momentum shift overall back towards him. This is where Taka can respond, and I have no doubt that he will. It's just going to be a matter of, will the dam hold or will it break for Taka?
That's a good question, and yeah, I mean, even so, these games have been relatively close to start off with. They've started close. They haven't always ended that way, because one player has to overcommit for the other in trying to get goals, and well, while I'm talking, Daffy is going to interrupt me here. How rude of him to get a goal 4 seconds in, interrupting my talk. But he'll take every goal again. He's winning the kickoffs a lot tonight. Again, it's one of the things it's one of the risks of playing at the Dominus. You're not winning those kickoffs, and yeah, you can see a real, Octane win those 50s. But you can see Taka, he's trying to delay it more here. His wins on the kickoff are usually dunks, and not usually trying to just force the ball through.
He's carried it there, but oh, a great grab by Daffy, and Daffy trying to do what we have seen almost 4 games in a row now. Not able to trying to get a pop there. It does not happen. Sometimes the pinch can be kind, and sometimes, I thought we might see a demo there. Did get shoved out of the way. Daffy. Now Rogue looking for that flick was Taka. could not find it on that one. And Taka trying to find the handle, trying to go back to that flick game, quite possibly. Does get the handle on it, but Daffy has read so many of these very well, and I think we may have found that Daffy has read the car language to the letter. Open on back, going up. Let's see what he can do with it. Coming off the air. Nice handle. Trying to sneak it on by Taka, but that was a great challenge. Good save. Grabbing all the pennies is Taka. That's when Pop trying to come in off the edge, I do believe. Trying to line things up there. Has no boost. Daffy, though, must be looking for a flip zone. No, tries to pop it on by. Does not happen. Wraps around, does Daffy. Able to handle it now as we head towards 330, but that is going to go up and over and almost the length of the pitch. What a flick.
And the power on that is just incredible from Daffy. I mean, there is just no questions about it. That is a great play from him right over TakaGG. And with this game being as low scoring as it has been for these first 90 seconds, a lot of questions for Taka. He's got to get himself on that scoreboard soon. But how soon will he do it? Daffy Duckz is going to try to hold him out for as long as possible. Again, with it already being 90 seconds in, and Taka having very few chances to even make a mark on offense, and with Daffy just continuing to force him to overcommit, it's just going to be Daffy Duckz running away with this. Taka's got to start changing things up. I mean, Daffy Duckz trying to kind of realize where TakaGG is weakest, and that is the 50-50s.
See, Daffy has definitely taken notes, and one thing I appreciate on that very long flick is Taka's obviously going to go for it, but you mentioned the opportunity to get those pops, and with that long body, it's not necessarily that great. The control is a little bit more difficult. So giving him that challenge says, hey, we'll do a little bit different here, and not able to go through that, and almost not entirely enveloped by shadow, more of a 50% right there. But as I was saying, just really forcing Taka to use the entire field, not allowing him to get comfortable with those flicks, but hanging back there in net. Not really sure what happened right there. We want to talk about comfort when it comes to those pops. Have a look what happened here. You see Daffy back there hanging in net, not really sure what we got, but a great shot there, and Daffy just caught a little flat-footed. 3-1, 2:59 left to go here in our game number 4.
Yeah, and I'm sure for Daffy, one of the things he might want to try to practice after this would be the shadow defending, shadow defense, because that is a game plan that's not going to work very well. And sitting in your net like that, oh, that shot's almost in. He keeps out. Again, this is his first goal of the game. It's, you know, before that halfway mark, he's got to get more, and that's a great dunk. It's open for Taka if he can get there, but Daffy will shut it down before he even gets the chance. Here's another chance. That one is wide, but he does have the demo. Taka getting aggressive. Daffy spawns on the opposite side. It is there for Taka. He's got the flick. He's got the back post in sight. TakaGG only one goal away from tying this one up.
Very well done. Waited for the spawn. Got Daffy out of position, just takes it up and over, and not about to go gently into that good night. 3-2-2-32. Yes, I had to slow down for that one, Sporty. Got Daffy winning that kickoff. Wrapping around, grabbing the 100 in that case, but getting shoved out of the way. Taki now going back to that aggressive nature. Up and over by Daffy, waiting for it. Maybe a gentle touch on this one. Oh my goodness, what a save. Heading back towards Daffy's side of the pitch, grabbing a full tank. See him got right there, trying to sneak it on by Taka, but a great read by Taka. Taka has seen a flick a time or two in this series, let alone in general. Knows how to read those so very well. Can't quite get the handle there. Here comes Daffy. Daffy is feeling it in these moments. These have been his game. But Taka going back to the flip, knots things up at 3:49 left to go in game number 4, not going away by any stretch of the imagination.
And Taka just going back to what's kind of comfortable for him. He knows his flicks have worked. Why not just continue doing it? We know Daffy Duckz has had his issues actually blocking those shots from Taka. Taka, if he can utilize those dribbles and those flicks as much as he can, he will find success. But that's open, and that is wide from Daffy Duckz. He missed the open net. Here comes Taka the other way. The dribble. Chance in front. Here's another flick, and that one goes to the back post. TakaGG not letting Game 5 leave his sights.
Why not continue with what brought you to the dance in the first place? Going back to the straight-on flicks. And I'll tell you what, I didn't anticipate here later on Daffy to start missing these, but we are seeing a confidence. We are seeing an assuredness by Taka going yet again, but Daffy not going to allow that one to sneak on by. $1:30 left to go here. And Taka not allowing Daffy to get comfortable there at all. Might we see yet another flick? Good handle. No, just going to let it roll on in to take a 2-goal lead. 121 left. Not really sure what happened there, but had plenty of time. Grab the penny.
I think Daffy may
relax.
I think he may have disconnected. I think Daffy may have just disconnected on us here. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that it could be a possibility. And yeah. Oh no, he's back. Or maybe he may have just given up. He may have just given up. I thought he disconnected.
But you want to talk about effort. Come back in. Maybe it was just a little bit of lull. It says, oh, here comes the drama. Here comes the intrigue. But he is within one, is Daffy. Buck 17 left to go here in our game number 4.
As you mentioned, 77 seconds. So much time for these guys to really make things happen. That defense is going to be put to the test in this point. And that offense, you know, do you have the nerve to hold yourself calm? It's a matchup that these guys have really been tested in. And Daffy is his chance to, you know, win this series. Or Taka is his chance to go to game 5 as another great flick. And Daffy falling back to old habits. Taka, oh, he's missed it. It was open. Taka missed the net. And Daffy will thank whatever in the world helped him there. The post saved him on that one. Now he's got a dribble. He's beat Taka. It's rolling towards the net. Oh my goodness. Some incredible controversy, some incredible matchups here, and just incredible positions. Daffy Duckz, who saw Taka miss an open net twice, has now scored on the other side of the field. Just incredible back and forth. It's tied at 5. And time is running out for these guys. Daffy, it's open. Off the kickoff. He's got it. Saved by Taka. Low boost. He's just going to try to chase after it. Here comes Daffy. Oh, he's giving it away. He's also got nothing himself. It's open for Taka. It's in for Taka. Daffy Duckz, a huge mistake. He panics. We don't see it happen from him often. This is one where he jumped a bit too early. He thought Taka was closer, and he gave up a goal as a result.
It's the cardinal sin in the game of ones. You've got your opponent just hanging out there in the middle, and you pop it out to him, and especially when you've got the ground control, as Taka has had over the course of this series. Trying to eyeball this, all of 14, but trying to get it up over Daffy. That does not happen. Great save there by Daffy. Not necessarily a save per se, but a great opportunity to take Taka out of it. Just trying to get the pops, not going by. Taka reading these still very well. Hanging their front, just trying to clear it out. Looks like they will be able to do that and just take it down the field. Get things to a game 5, says Taka. My friend Sporty, we wanted it. We've got it. Game number 5.
We've got a game 5. We've got another series coming up very soon. Hopefully we don't have to delay that series. But yeah, this 1v1 has just gone back and forth. Taka, with the late game resurgence from Daffy, the pressure got to him on that one. You know, the chance to kind of win a series, and it maybe got a bit ahead of him there, and he's going to have to now prove it in game 5. He can kind of bring himself down to a calm situation, because this is really where teams and players, I should say players really are made here, because just things don't get easier in game 5. They only get tougher.
We are back more or less to where we began. It's a best of 1 situation. We are back, but at this point, mental's a little bit different. Both of these players have seen each other quite a bit. Daffy knows that those flicks are going to come into play yet again. Might see Daffy go out to that early game lead, but Taka says no on that one. Goes out. Daffy takes the 100. Going back the other way, see if Daffy is able to make that one true. Sure enough, excellent handling ability by Daffy. Once he gets to the middle and has an open net, it is done. Daffy getting out to that early lead. Time and time again, we've seen it. 4:45 left to go. See if he's able to hang on to this one.
Game 5, it's, you know, a series where both these guys are the best players in the league, and of course, they've taken us all the way down here, and well, now we've got to see who will win it. Daffy. He's going back. Well, he's missed that one. It's a chance for Taka, but he's missed it too. And look at this, the slow play from him. Waiting. Still waiting. Now he's got the flick. Daffy. Oh, that's some really good control from Daffy on that back wall, preventing the ability for Taka to actually get a challenge there. And well, he's used a lot of boost for it, and he's made it work, but that's a huge 50. Taka, I don't usually recommend him going for 50s, but if it works, it works. He won't complain.
No, and both of these players going to what brought them here, Again, I think we'll have to see a little bit something different from Taka. I fully expect the flicks to continue on, but I'm curious to see if he might go to the air a little bit more, try to get a little bit cheeky.
He's doing that right there.
Oh, we see a standoff. Taka gets a pop back, and the demo by Daffy. Are we going to get a demo goal? I do believe we will. The disrespect off the edge, the gift, the Black Phoenix rises 2-1. And now we are starting to see the bully ball come out in full force.
And hey, sometimes you gotta go for it. I know Daffy, he's been demoed a lot this series by Taka. Taka's been more willing, it feels, in this series to get those demos in important positions. I think Daffy has not been afraid of the demos. He hasn't been as quick to use them, it feels, as Taka. But again, both of you guys have had their implementation of that gameplay. It's worked for both of them at different times. And in a game 5 where every goal matters, you're gonna do anything you can to get there. Do anything you can to get those chances. And for Daffy, he's going to try to bump him. He just bumped him again. That's another open net for Daffy Duckz. Another bump play. TakaGG has been removed again with that one. Look at this, right off that wall. Bumps him out. It's now a 2-goal lead for Daffy Duckz.
Tremendous control by both of these players. And again, the aggression that has worked so very well for Taka now coming under the use of Daffy. Great clear there by Taka. See if Taka has yet another fantastic flick. Daffy challenging, daring him. Saying, you have to get control, friend. You're not going to do it easily. And Daffy taking a noticeable, a comfortable, dare I say, 3-goal lead. But no lead is safe. In Rumble or ones, I find 3:14 left in this one, 4-1. Daffy looks like he is exceptionally comfortable. Taka has come back from these rough situations before.
Yeah, and coming back against Daffy as well. He's done that earlier this series. He was, down in game 4. He made that resurgence. He made that effort to fight his way back to force us to even go to this point in Champions Field. But now he's got to do it again. It's even more difficult this time, as now Daffy wins another challenge. And oh, what a save from Taka! I thought Daffy was just gonna walk that one in, but it's still wide. Now he's another chance. Taka's got there, and Daffy jumped for it. Oh, he jumped for it. It's open for Taka. Maybe the start of a comeback. It's a long play downfield, and Taka will make it work. He's got a goal for himself. This game is still, anybody's to take. Taka, a chance for a comeback with that play on defense, now transitioning to offense.
Absolutely. Taka gets a few more flicks. We are right back where we started, coming up on halftime here of our game number 5. Daffy, his control sometimes has come in spurts. His momentum has sometimes comes in spurts. He has taken advantage. Taka able to get a pop there, wraps back around, gets the 100. Daffy just trying to take it around. Does not happen. Grabs a boost this Taka. Thought we might see another demo. Got the bump in at the very least. Here comes Taka. I believe we may be seeing yet another flick. Nope, just sneaks it on by. And we are within 1. Taka not done here by a long shot. 2:07 left to go in our game number 5. And here comes Taka.
And again, the threat of a flick is enough to force Daffy Duckz to commit there. He's got to stay close to Taka. He knows he has to get close to him. And Taka's threat that he can dribble and just flick it over him forces Daffy to expect that, and that's when Taka brings in the changeup. He brings in something new. We mentioned it. He's got that creativity. Sure, he can rely on the old faithful in those flicks, but every once in a while you're gonna see him try something different. That one, instead of going for the flick, he kind of just goes around him, and it works there. But that challenge won't work for him. Daffy Duckz, it's open, and he's keeping himself at arm's length from Taka.
I gotta say, there are moments when Daffy has just obscenely good control, and it seems like when it matters most, those are the moments it comes in handy the most. Say it comes in handy, that's when it comes out to play. And we see a save and a flick. Taka continuing to that fastball time and time again. Been so very effective, but then as you said, Sporty comes out with the curve. We might see a little bit of a scoop there. Flick yet again, time and time again, and Daffy knows he's going to flick. It's going to be there, but where's it gonna be? When's he gonna pop it out? What length are we looking at? Just a little bit of a floater there. My goodness. Back within a goal, $1.30 left to go here. 5-4 in favor of Daffy.
And you mentioned again, it's gonna be close. When can you expect him to flick? That's the problem with Daffy. He doesn't, he cannot react to Taka here. He just has to kind of accept that he's going to do it at times, and he's going to beat him with that flick a lot in this series. It's something that he might look at after the series, see if he can fix it. As for now, Taka, he's found success with it. He's going to continue to find success with it. Daffy holding that lead, but man, it is shaky at best, and he's got to be careful because Taka can find those breakthrough chances. Daffy has to be able to keep him on his toes as here comes a shot from Daffy down the field. He's missed the target though, and Taka's got it. He's pinched it away. He's got the boost. Bumped out though, but Daffy left with nothing. He's forced to give it up. Still on it is Daffy though, and he has almost nothing left in the tank. In fact, he'll be beaten. It's going on. It's just wide for Taka. Maybe a second chance for him. He will get the opportunity as Daffy waiting with him. Taka though, the dribble, trying to force it through, and he's done just that.
It looked like we may have seen a moment of panic by Daffy on that play. There were moments where he was bringing the ball right up to the middle of the field. Plenty of room for Taka to do what he has done over and over and over this evening, take advantage. But right there, you see how even these players have been over the course of this series. Taka hanging back there. It looks like Daffy may be looking for some kind of a bump, a demo. They're back around. If Daffy is able to swing on by, it does appear 6-5, and that fine control coming out to play when Daffy needs it most.
Hey, Daffy, he has been one to not shy away from playing a bit dirty at times, from kind of getting involved, even if the play itself isn't one that's easy. 1-goal lead, but we've seen him lose this before. We just saw him lose it to Taka. Taka now, time to come back. It's a chance for him here. Daffy will send it away. Taka not committing. Off that side wall, he's beat by Daffy again. 10 seconds left. Daffy trying to end it. Taka keeps it up. Maybe one more chance for him this one. He's got that dribble. He's got to go across the field. He's waiting for Daffy. Daffy isn't going to commit there. He's going to let him shoot. But Taka overshot it. Still his ball, but not for long. TakaGG at the pressure gets to him. Daffy Duckz will take the series in Game 5. He'll keep his unbeaten record.
GG's, that was fantastic. And you see here, Taka gets the savior, but unfortunately comes up just a bit short. Daffy extends that streak and continues on. GG's across the board.
Definitely a GG's there, because what a series that was. But that series took a little while. We're going to have to very quickly move on to our next series. Yeah, these guys had a very exciting 1v1. But our next series, Dreamstation versus PSA Mustangs. We'll be back after a very quick break. I promise you we'll get things sorted out for you all. Again, what a series that will be. Again, we'll be back very, very soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sportiest stream. Nice to see you all. We've got some Evolution Championship Series, an Evolution Championship Series match coming to you all, and this is the semifinals. Dreamstation versus PSA Mustangs. I know this is a match that a lot of you have wanted to see tonight, and hey, you guys have waited long enough. We will get you the series in just a few minutes, but before then, let's take a look at our schedule today. You want to kind of take us through again? We started off with Unknown Esports versus Missouri Western State University. Then later on we had what a match it was. We had Daffy Duckz versus TakaGG. You want to tell us how that series went?
It was everything I think we expected. Daffy, Taka. We saw flick after flick after flick by Taka. Thought that may very well win it for him. May very well have, but Daffy came out poised, concentrated, great control when he needed it, and that's going to take him far. Has not lost a series yet. I'm curious who can knock him off at this point.
Well, we'll see. Well, again, nobody's been able to do it just yet, but I talk about kind of being the best of the best. We've got the best of the best coming up. Again, we mentioned it. It is Dreamstation, PSA Mustangs. Do you want to take us through this? I know you've seen a lot from PSA in the past here. CplMonkeyshines.
Absolutely. I have seen a fair amount. I'm very familiar with these players at this point. Watched them play. Mach 10 played them so very, very close, but PSA just able to lean on them. Took a 4-1 series victory over Emerald, their only loss of the playoffs thus far. It was excuse me. Just stiff-armed Mach 10 out of the way. And keep in mind, PSA currently reigning at #1 overall in the HSEL Premier Power Rankings. They're getting very comfortable up there. They are just kind of sitting back. They got themselves a nice blanket. They are getting comfy as it is getting a little chilly out there. But Dreamstation going to be a tremendous test for them. Dreamstation not interested in hearing all about this, if nothing else, just feeding a little bit more to knock PSA from that perch. The rosters, though, just laden with talent. And my friend, we could not have asked for a finer main event for this evening.
Well, to just give you some context on what we've been seeing so far in the playoffs, here's what you've been mentioning. Yes, PSA Mustangs had quite the run, a 4-1 win over Emerald and a 4-0 over Mach 10, being that #1 overall seed just to make it happen. Here on the other side, though, is Dreamstation, who came in as that #2 seed from the same group. So these guys are part of the same group. I don't believe they played each other at all this season. Going to make things very interesting for them as... No, they have played each other in the regular season. PSA Mustangs swept Dreamstation. Dreamstation ended their season 5-3. On the other side, we had PSA Mustangs. They ended their season 8-0. They played every single week, whereas for Dreamstation they had a... No, they're 5-1. They did play. Yeah, they did play every single week. And again, #1 seed versus #2 seed in the same group. On the other side is Dark, Affinity Reborn. Man, this finals is going to be absolutely insane.
It's going to be fantastic, and I definitely think an argument can be made that the winner of tonight's match very well may go on to win the whole thing. Regardless, we get tremendous action on both sides of this bracket. But yeah, absolutely. I am looking so very forward to this match, and as you mentioned, Dreamstation maybe looking for a little bit of revenge. Possible, and you've got PSA riding high, clicking on all cylinders. Play such good team ball. That's one thing I noticed about them as many times as I've watched them. It's very crisp. It's very clean. They're not stressed about getting out there and being the man, per se. They are one entire unit. But such tremendous ability does Dreamstation have. I cannot wait to see these teams clash.
Yeah, it will be an interesting matchup to see them play. And yeah, I mean, I've seen this Dreamstation team. I mean, EJ. We've seen EJ. We've seen Popo. We've seen Fungus on what was Road to Glory. I actually don't know. Do you guys have a new team name, EJ? Because I know Road to Glory. You're not on Road to Glory anymore, but yeah, they were on Road to Glory last time we saw them on this stream. We also got to see Mafino recently, actually on the team that beat Road to Glory twice. Last 2 times we've seen them, and that was on Trifecta. I'm gonna say, if you want to see team play, look at Mafino. He's gonna be the player that you're gonna see here. He's that player that you're gonna look at and go, hey, he's that guy who's gonna make things happen. He's the guy that you need to look at and really say, hey, he is the guy. He is the player to look at And he is the player that you need to watch. Mafinho, if there's anybody that's going to step up for Dreamstation, it will be him. Especially with the odds stacked against them against PSA, a team that swept them in the regular season, that has been dominating this whole tournament. It feels it's really going to come down to Mafinho. His ability to help assist his teammates is actually going to be the outcome, because I know he can do it. He's very good at it. That's what Mafinho is best at. Just need to see if he can make it happen.
That's a great point. As well as good as PSA can be as a whole, Mafinho, I'm so excited to see him. You only need to take a cursory glance behind the curtain to know that. I mean, I talk about talent. It is S tier, whatever, however you want to put it. And I do believe that Mafinho obviously going to probably take charge this evening. Hopefully, take the lead a bit, but take the pressure off teammates. Because I do believe if that's the case, if they are able to impose their will in that fashion, PSA's in trouble.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I like what you mentioned there again. What an interesting match it will be for PSA. Again, it's the team that they beat in the regular season, but that was a matchup back in week 5. That was like 5 weeks ago. So they've got a lot to do here to prove that, yes, even though this is a rematch, even though that match was a while ago, they still have every reason to come back here. And man, this is going to be an interesting series, to say the least. Again, Prediction Bowl is live. Dreamstation, PSA Mustangs. Vote for who you think will take it. But it's going to be an interesting one. Again, these are the lineups. Last time you'll get to see them here tonight. Before we get into this one, both these teams at a high level. This is the Neo League, the highest rated league. This is, I believe, their GC2 league. GC2, GC3 league, I believe. And, well, these teams are definitely fitting in that ranked tier. They've got to make this, these matchups count.
Well, we just saw a fantastic series out of LOS champs with that 1v1 situation. Went the distance. Honestly, fully expecting everything to go to OT at least once or twice. Did not happen, which is a shame. But I can fully see this one going the distance, going to 7. If we don't see at least one overtime, I'm going to be shocked and honestly, Sporty, a little bit disappointed. But the level of play from pillar to post should be tremendous. We keep saying it, or at least I certainly do. The record is going on in my head. But I just look at what we see, at least on paper, and it looks tremendous. I have no idea. I have an idea, and that is why I am ready to see this kickoff, because I know it's going to be fantastic. I know the folks in chat are going to love it. It's just, it is not going to be a game, sir. It is going to be an experience.
And it's going to be a semifinals as well. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that this is to get to the finals. We haven't even really mentioned that all that much. Yes, this is to get to the finals. Loser is out. Loser is out of the season. You're done for. These guys have had a long season. They want to, at this point, you're so far in the season, you just want to get to the finals. Like, so many teams at the point where it's like, they're at the point where if they lose, they can't afford to lose. At this point, that's kind of what they're feeling. You can understand how they're feeling, as we do have Dreamstation here. EJ, Popo, Mafinho turning in. Again, we're going to wait on the Mustangs, but knowing how good this Mustangs team is, again, how dominant they've been in this season, they've really not had too many issues. Again, they swept Dreamstation in the regular season. Mustangs have that advantage, but that advantage doesn't really matter. It's the playoffs.
The Mustangs certainly have tunnel vision. I mean, they've won after one, game after game after game, and they can't have any thought that this is going to be any different. Why would they? Not to say that Dreamstation isn't more than capable, but it is that mentality that has helped drive them to this point. And they take the pitch. As we say that, they are here. I'm ready to go. I know you're ready to go, friend.
Yeah, we are. Here we go. Best of 7 series. Dreamstation, PSA Mustangs. It's taken a lot to get themselves here. It took a win for PSA Mustangs over Dreamstation in the regular season to get to that number 1 spot. The Dreamstation team had to settle for seed number 2. But now that we're in the semifinals, now both these teams have made it to a single elimination. That does not matter anymore. Who cares about who's beaten who in the past? All that matters is this best of 7, this series, this semifinals. Winner will go to the grand finals. Loser is out. Everything on the line. Dreamstation on the blue. PSA Mustangs on the orange. This series determines who will make top 2 and who will fall short. Let's get into the action.
We have talked long enough. We put the projections out there long enough. We have talked of prediction. Has going to the sky, taking there off the backboard, but continue. Starting to move up. Cross mid. Popo, great shot there off the crossbar, though. Unfortunately, here comes Has. Trying to flow things in. Does not happen. Here comes Swaz back up and around. Oxy, though. Back towards mid, trying to put the pressure on Dreamstation early. Popo and EJ. Hanging pretty close. No boost. Has Oxy.
And we're gonna see.
And has.
We're gonna see a lot of that defense from Dreamstation. This is a more defensive roster. EJ and Popo have been teammates for a very long time. These guys, and I haven't even mentioned them, but they got that chemistry, and they're gonna have to rely on a lot of defense. But that's some good offense. They break it down on rotation from PSA Mustangs. Mafinho. Usually he doesn't get goals that easy, but to start off this series, PSA Mustangs with an overcommit through the midfield.
Very uncharacteristic, and Dreamstation has to feel great about that. They go out, they get the very first goal, they make a statement. Says, hey, we appreciate the fact that you're out there, you look so very good, but we are not interested in power rankings. We are not interested at where you were. We're interested in where we are right now. Here comes Popo. Thought we might see a pop, did not happen. Mufinho there again. It is a gentle floater right there in front of the net, and Popo and Dreamstation 2-0 just 1 minute in.
And again, PSA Mustangs being put under pressure. Haas needs to make that touch. He doesn't get it over the crossbar. And for Popo the Panda, that is an easy one for him. And another for Dreamstation, just waiting for the PSA Mustangs to make mistakes. And, well, the series has started off, and I think Mustangs need to kind of get that dust off of their controller. This is a bit of a rusty start for this team.
See a bit of a meeting of the minds there, but Oxy now moving up, and I have seen a fair bit of Oxy to Swaz. Has back there, unfortunately. It is going to pop up and over, and the hat trick is already on the board. 3:45 left, Sporty, and Dreamstation making a heavy statement early.
3 goals on the board, 2 from Popo. Dreamstation with a great start. This is exactly what you need. If you're the underdogs in this matchup, you have to start off strong. I always say it for underdogs, especially in matches like this where you've been beat by this team so dominantly the last time. I always mention if you're the underdog, if you're the team that people are expecting to lose, you have to prove early on that no, that it should be not taken into account. And I mean, this is a perfect start for Dreamstation. All you need to do is continue this, going into the rest of this game, but that's going to be tough to do as Oxy, the dribble, Mafinho's got the block, Swaz, the back corner, EJ, looks for that clear, and Dreamstation will get this one away again. A really good start for this team. I mentioned they're defensive, but obviously, I haven't really seen a lot of that from them. They're here to play, and they're really here to make sure they take down PSA Mustangs.
Talk of underdogs, maybe a technicality, but Swaz going on by, able to make the carry, not even stressing. My goodness, what a carry, gets it past Popo. Oxy, running point there, gets Mufinho up, and that makes sense, that teamwork coming in play, and PSA may have very well just woke up.
Hey, you know, you ask for teams like PSA Mustangs or other favorites to not take these kind of series lightly, and they've realized that, although off the kickoff, Popo almost got that one back, Haas having to get to that one off his own back wall. Dreamstation, they came out to a good start. They need to show that they have that consistency. It's one thing to get 3 goals early. It's another thing to do that over a period of time. And for a team like Dreamstation, you can have as many good starts as you like. You're not winning any series if you don't end the series off well. And that's going to be what they need to focus on here as EJ. Gonna try to get through Oxy. Swaz, maybe a chance to dribble. Maybe a chance to flip reset, but Mafinho won't give him the opportunity. And again, look at this, Mafinho looking across for Popo. And I mentioned it, Mafinho is the guy who will work with his teammates. He likes to get those passes. That one won't work. Haas dunks him, and he puts in quite an incredible shot there to put PSA Mustangs within 1.
With this team, plays a very good, I'm going to say third, and that is met with no disrespect, at least as of late. The Oxy to Swaz connection works so very, very well, but when necessary, Haz will come out and make a statement of his own. Excellent save there by Oxy, and you know what? You nailed it, Sporty. Mafinho has been out there. We're not necessarily seeing mechs or anything like that, but been right place, right time, has helped Dreamstation get out to this 3-2 lead, but as I mentioned, PSA now shifting back into the gear. We have seen them time and time again. If you are Dreamstation, you just got to keep the bully ball up. You got to keep being aggressive, and you cannot let the Mustangs catch a breath.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to try to do here. They're going to try to be as aggressive and as annoying as possible. Really try to out-pressure a team that has, well, not been beaten at all this season. Not even close in the playoffs. Again, you mentioned only dropping a single game, and that was in the quarterfinals. Again, their most recent win was against Mach 10, and we've seen Mach 10 on the stream. We know how good Mach 10 is. They usually sweep a lot of their other GC2 level opponents. PSA Mustangs took them down in 4. Dreamstation, well, they've got a lot of work to do. PSA Mustangs gonna march their way back. 1:20 left, and Dreamstation trying desperately to make sure that ball stays away. They have 3 goals early as Mafino. Flip reset. Cleared away by PSA. And Popo in awkward position. Has to Swaz. That one's still wide. Has again. Off the back wall. Popo will send it away. And well, Dreamstation, they've got that Popo EJ work here. And you're going to see a lot of those two kind of following each other on plays. Whether it's 50s like there, whether it's passes. A lot of things. EJ and Popo. That chemistry is going to be tested in this series. Just like how you mentioned, Oxy and Swaz have their chemistry. And, well, here it is there. Oxy to Swaz. EJ off that side wall, trying to get a demo in front. PSA waiting for the chance, but it's Popo will take it. A miss in front of the nets. Popo will clean that one up for Dreamstation.
Excellent read. Right place, right time, and the patience to follow up gets Haz and Oxy out of sorts. Something you're not going to see very often, but wow, that 3-0 lead straight away puts Dreamstation in a position quite possibly to take our game number 1, but PSA not about to hear any of that. Swaz gets one pop back to Oxy. Might we see them hook up? It will happen over the entirety of the evening, waiting for that first initial pop. Swaz going up, trying to carries it past Mufino. EJ's back there, able to get the pop, taking it back around. Here comes Oxy. EJ trying to slow things down, grabs the 100. Good challenge by Haz, but EJ able to get it up and over. Oxy now popping it back down towards Dreamstation's right at the side of the pitch. Gets one reset and an excellent save there by Popo, trying to reserve this lead. Looks like they may be able to walk away with the dub there. There is Oxy, but not able to make things happen. We see Dreamstation try to push up for maybe one more, heading back to PSA side of the pitch. Oxy right in front of the net, it will touch, and Dreamstation takes a 1-0 series lead.
Well, for Dreamstation, it's exactly what you want to see from this team. A team that has, been beaten before in this kind of a series and this kind of a matchup. It is a perfect start for them. A 1-0, as you mentioned here. And yeah, again, it's a great start for them. And again, we mentioned it, Mafino, he's not going to be the leader for a team, especially since he's not going to be scoring all that often. But you're going to see him make those assists. He's already got 2. EJ's got 2 himself. Popo with 3 goals. Again, you're going to see those connections. You're going to see those plays link up. Mafino is going to be the answer for this team. But what's also going to work for them is EJ Popo. If EJ and Popo can work together, that's another passing lane opened for Dreamstation. And if they have those lanes open, they're going to find many chances. Because what's harder than blocking 1 really good passing lane is blocking 2 really good passing lanes.
Well, you talk about what exactly makes a leader. And both of these teams, we mentioned the Oxy to Swaz connection. We mentioned EJ to Popo. But then you've got, for example, Haz playing a deep third, playing a great rotational defender. Then you've got Mafino out there. Excellent assist. It's kind of going to be like, which third man? And again, I don't use that with any disrespect, but who's the person that's going to make those small little changes? Who's going to be there for the assists? Who's going to make the bumps? Who's going to get the demos? The stuff that is not on the stat sheet to eventually put this one away. And we are starting to see the same aggression that we saw from Dreamstation now getting turned around by PSA. But if you are Dreamstation, we did see a few more shots, and at the end of the day, Popo was able to take that first game, largely got the hat trick, and a nice demo there by Haz. That pop yet again, great save by Haz, looping around, playing great defensive rotation out the gate. Mafino gives the receipt to Oxy, and we are seeing a fair bit of demos coming out straight away. Popo now trying to chill things out, but Oxy right there, passes on back, nice pop, but Haz, nice pinch. Where is Swaz? You gotta wonder right there. Coming across, quite possibly setting up for Oxy, but no. Great read there. Haz keeping things back on Dreamstation's side of the pitch. Good challenge there by Popo. Dreamstation playing it chill on the defensive side, not stressing. They have seen that they can punch through and give PSA more than they can handle. It doesn't look like they are stressing nearly what you might have thought in this situation.
And I thought they were going to get that double tap there. Still no goals, though, in this game. But as you mentioned, PSA trying to punch their way through that Dreamstation defense, whether it be through demos, whether it be through those solo plays like that. They're willing to mix things up and change them around. At this level, you have to be able to do that. And especially for how good these teams are, you expect that's going to be something that's kind of second nature for them. As Haz, with the jump, Popo keeps him out here. Swaz dunks by EJ. And EJ is rarely ever upfield this high up, but well, he's going to have his teammates bite behind him there. Swaz again. Low boost, has the dribble. Looking for that dunk on Mafino. He's got them up on EJ. Oxy in front. EJ's got the clear. PSA being kept at a distance away from Dreamstation. Dreamstation's back line has, forced PSA to really consider whether they can 50 or not up aggressively. And for PSA, they've realized that for their current style, playing up aggressively is actually going to do them more harm than good, because they could get beaten a lot more often. Overcommits are something they don't want to give away easily here. And, well, the fact that they have that, there's that risk with how Dreamstation are playing, that PSA can overcommit and get caught overcommitting. PSA have made the response to sit back, and it does mean these games are going to be closer. They're going to be more defensively focused here for these teams. They don't mind. They'll play that way. We'll see who can take it. A Swaz back post. Oh, he's hit it wide. That was his chance. PSA Mustangs have had multiple shots this game. He's not been able to make one work. Here's another chance. And EJ's blocked it. Dreamstation keeping absolutely everything out. But for how long can they hold on this back line?
I'm not especially shocked to see what we have for PSA. This is very much their game. But when you look at Dreamstation, they are kind of playing in a free-play mode. They're playing a little bit loose. Yes, they're playing aggressive, but they are just throwing everything out there and daring PSA to stop it. Right now, we are seeing probably the exact opposite of what we expected, a defensive battle. Again, this is an opportunity for Dreamstation to make a huge statement. If they are able to crack through and put the first goal on the board, it is an amount of mental that can very well take them to the grand finals, but not getting too far ahead of ourselves. Popo able to kill things back there at mid, but here comes Haz. Read that one like a book, and it is going to dip up and down. Haz, gentle carry, and PSA on the board first.
And Popo there, and EJ, I mentioned they had a good connection. That is not a very good connection on separate pages, on separate lines. EJ, Popo, communicating the wrong way. Popo tried to tip it up. He thought EJ was going to jump early for that. EJ was actually waiting for it to land to the ground and was hoping Popo would have faked that one for him. Instead, these guys just caught thinking differently, and a lack of communication is what will hurt Dreamstation first. The time's still there for them, but how low scoring it has been, how defensive Dreamstation have played this game, that goal is going to be tough and hard to come by, and it's really going to rely on Mafino and on EJ being able to set up Popo here for what could be the tie goal. It's Popo going to set himself up in front. Oxy will hit it just high. Dreamstation with Mafinos. Oxy bumping Popo. Here comes Haas. Mafino. Sidewall. Dribble. And beat out Swaz there as Popo. Dribble off the back wall. Oxy doesn't like it. Oh, but that shot was weak from Popo, and he'll wish he had a better option, because PSA Mustangs will clear it the other way. And, well, time's running out here. Monkeyshine's Dreamstation have a lot to do at this point. Sure, it's only one goal, but that goal feels like an impossibility for them at times.
At times, but still, they've shown themselves to be more than capable. And I'll tell you what, it's a great thing for them to decide, hey, we are going to go ahead and break up that Oxy to Swaz connection. But the problem is, you still have Haz back there, very much a Swiss Army knife, able to step up when necessary. He's just so difficult to pin down in those moments. Swaz, though, taking the shot. PSA going to take our game number 2. We are knotted up at 1, and it appears, Sporty, that slightly the momentum may be tilting back towards PSA.
Maybe. I really think it's more so even here, because this is a game based on defense. Dreamstation have defense. They actually had offense that game, a lot of it. They had 5 shots, all of them being saved here from PSA, but yeah, a lot of it just felt like it was Dreamstation going back to their usual defensive style, not really allowing themselves to be aggressive. And, well, in Game 1, we saw them bring that aggression. In Game 2, they didn't. In Game 3, they have to bring it, or else things are just going to go badly for them, because they cannot play defense forever, because PSA Mustangs will score on them. They've got to just be able to take some risks, and, they'll get rewarded from it. It's really, for Dreamstation, their time to kind of test the waters, see what works against PSA, see what doesn't, and then work on what they know can beat this team.
I loved what Dreamstation did in our game number 1. I mean, they just threw everything. Hopefully, that's not everything they have, but clearly they can throw curveballs. They can get out there and, hurting that Oxy Swaz connection is exactly what they're going to do. Great pop there by Mafino, but great save by Swaz, and EJ comes back and over, cracks the goose egg. Dreamstation feeling it straight out the gate. 16 seconds in, a great save by Swaz, but Popo, gentle touch, and EJ able to follow through.
And you know what's the funniest part about that? Popo totally didn't mean to do that. He's just trying to get out of deep. He's just trying to get out of offense there. He's trying to rotate back, and the ball just so happens to bounce off of him in the perfect place for his teammate to follow. Popo, I'm sure he'll take credit for that assist, but that is not what his initial plan was. His initial plan was just to get out of there and let EJ move in. Instead, he's now just helped his team to a 1-goal lead. Mavinho looking to help his team make it 2 off the corner. Swaz beats 2, but he's got to catch up for this 3rd one. EJ gets around him, the dribble. EJ staying close to it. Oxy's kept it out. Now Mavinho off the back wall. Oz gets up a Popo. Oxy misses it completely, and that is the ball here for Dreamstation. Another big clear down the field, and PSA Mustangs, they got a lot to prove here. I mean, Dreamstation are now putting them a goal down. PSA didn't come back in game 1 when they were put a couple goals down. Now here in game 3, they've got to prove that, yes, they can complete that comeback. They've got a lot of chances to do it. Dreamstation, again, that goal giving them so much confidence. It's going to be tough to take that away from them.
I think we are starting to see that free play mentality come back. It seems like Dreamstation switching back into the aggression that we saw in game number 1. I say that Mavinho passes the demo memo around to Oxy. Swaz back there. Popo hanging around in net. It out to the corner, but here comes Oxy. Swaz hanging around as well, but Haas waiting for the opportunity. All of the Mustangs now looking to get into it, not interested in just having that one connection, just really want to sneak in something different. But Dreamstation ready to press up yet again. Mavinho, 2nd demo, not hating it. Swaz though going back, and Mavinho taking on Swaz, gets the hat trick, and Popo advances the Dreamstation lead to 2. 3:03 left to go here in our game number 3. You gotta love a demo goal. I certainly do. Dreamstation.
And that's why I like Mavinho so much. That's why he's one of the best players to watch, and he's one of my favorite players to watch. Because the stuff he does off the ball is just stuff you don't see from a lot of players. And again, I mentioned if there's anybody that's gonna step up for Dreamstation, it will be Mavinho. He's not gonna score the goals, but he'll most definitely set them up and allow them to happen. You see there, no assist. He didn't even get to the ball, and yet it's him who's really gonna be given credit for that one. Because of those demos, Dreamstation, that's open! What a pop from Popo! 3 goals for Dreamstation! PSA Mustangs! Blink and you'll miss it! Right off the kickoff, Dreamstation will add another.
You gotta think maybe Dreamstation was saying, hey, we've got a great playbook here. Oh wait, game 2, not so much. Throw it out the window. And right back we are seeing game 1 mentality out here in game 3. Popo establishing the demo, and as I mentioned, if you want to find a quick way into my good graces, into my heart, a demo goal, demos in general, that is how you do it. Still plenty of time left, just under halftime here in our game number 3. Popo getting the carry, trying to get it past Has. Easier said than done, but I thought he might be able to do it. It is hanging out there. Should be a decent shot. EJ, though, not able to handle it. Here comes Haas. Pop up there by Mavinho. Oxy pops it off the crossbar, and Popo! And my goodness, Sporty, whatever happened in game number 1, whatever was told, whatever was said, here it is yet again, and Dreamstation looking completely different from our 2nd game.
Yeah, I mean, this is game 1 all over again. This is Popo and Mavinho and EJ all doing their roles. Game 2 was rough for them. They kind of lost that confidence, but here in game 3, that one early goal was all they needed to get themselves back in it. So often teams just need something confident to happen in their way and to make things different, and now they will. But here comes Swaz to Oxytocin. PSA Mustangs will get there first.
There it is. I knew we were going to see it set up, and the booty bump by Oxy gets PSA on the board. If anybody can come back and establish 3 goals quick, it is them. But this 3-goal margin, if Dreamstation is able to continue on at this rate, maybe too much. We shall see.
Well, PSA Mustangs, at the very least, they can give this team a scare. They are not out of this just yet, though, and, well, they might have to be a little more careful than that, because that is a great shot from Popo. He's just shot it over the last defender a 2nd time this game, and it really all comes in this touch from Swaz. Trying to drop it down for Haas, but Haas realizes pretty soon he can't get to it, but he won't get to that shot either. Popo challenging PSA Mustangs to come after him, and they won't fulfill that there. Dreamstation are now back to a 4-goal lead.
4 shots, grabs the hat trick, still plenty of time left. Popo just out there asserting dominance. Says, I appreciate what each and every one of you did, Mustangs, but I think that I can do it even better, and thus far, making the case Oxy out there with the demo on Popo, letting them know that we don't appreciate that. Oxy wrapping around with Moufinho, interested in getting each and every person on the pitch, says, hey, you like demos, my friend, I can dish them out, I can also score excellent defensive attempt, but Oxy, my goodness, coming on back with a vengeance.
Yeah, and Oxy took real, you know, he took real offense there to Moufinho trying to pre-jump for that shot earlier that we saw on stream. Yeah, he took real offense that he demoed Moufinho, and on the other side he scored to let Dreamstation know he wasn't gonna take that from them. Although Moufinho's just scored right off the kickoff, so maybe we found out who the real true winner here is in this game. Moufinho will put one in, and already PSA Mustangs shut up right off the kickoff.
That was a great cheat, and this is why you cheat. Just moves on up and able to escort the ball back in. 6-2 Dreamstation. Buck 12 left to go, and I know that they are not done. But if you are PSA in this situation, at this point, you're just looking to grab that momentum back because Dreamstation picked it up and almost got yet another Popo trying to pop one and did not happen there. Oxy moving up and has wrapping around, quite possibly able to get one there, but no, flies on by Oxy. Not able to follow it up. Good jump by Haz. They're both Oxy and Swaz now. Moving back, Popo hanging up. There is Moufinho.
Yeah, what I really liked about that defensive play from EJ was the fact that he couldn't get the save there, but he got the bump instead, and it really helps his team there just to, again, bump the attack. If you can't, stop them from shooting, well, you might as well just, get them away from the shot instead, and Dreamstation, some great defense. EJ's been a more defensive player than his teammates have been in this series, and we really haven't been able to talk much about that, but I mean, they've only given up 2 goals while scoring 6. A lot of that has to be with EJ allowing that ball to stay out of his defensive half for as long as possible.
And Moufinho out there with the extermination. I can't say I expected that at all, let alone in our game number 3. But honestly, we talk about what the Mustangs did in game 2, or about what Dreamstation did not do. Ultimately, I got to think that PSA made excellent adjustments. So now, after what we just saw there, a nightmare for the Mustangs. Can they do it again? And will that next even game be kind to them?
Yeah, you know what wrong about saying there was an extermination. Moufinho had 7 demos. He had just about an extermination there. That is scary. And yeah, you mentioned a nightmare there for PSA Mustangs. Demos were not all of it. A lot of it just had to do with the fact that Popo couldn't miss. He has 4 goals on 3 shots. He literally couldn't miss. He got an extra goal from not shooting somehow. Incredible from him. He's got there's 6 assists all across all 6 goals. Dreamstation just have so many different players, so many different weapons. You got EJ stopping everything that backfield. He's got 3 saves. Again, Dreamstation, if they can allow each other to play these roles, nobody's going to stand in their way.
And I am curious to see what the Mustangs are able to come out with, if indeed the adjustments were made in our game number 2, or if Dreamstation has in fact went free play mode and just a little bit off there. I thought we might see one straight off the kick. Great shot there by Popo. And if Oxy didn't have it, Swaz sure did. Moufinho coming out of nowhere. Momentum, my friend Sporty. It is swinging Dreamstation's way.
Yeah, just that touch from EJ. He couldn't shoot, but he knows that he can at least fake that shot and allow his teammate in Moufinho to come on through. Dreamstation allowing that offense again. EJ, just such a smart last player back. You mentioned it's not a problem at all for EJ. He's been doing that role exceptionally well here. And Dreamstation, again, if they assign each other these roles where they do different things, they do different plays, and they excel at different kind of styles, that's when they find that success. When everybody kind of has that role. You have Moufinho kind of blocking everything with his assists in the midfield. You got Popo shooting. You got EJ sitting on the defense, making sure that nothing bad happens. Just look at this from Dreamstation. It is a well-oiled machine.
Okay, so at this point, I find it all too coincidental that Moufinho's coming out there with the demos left and right. I do not necessarily believe in coincidences. Things have to line up too very well. So passing the demo mem around, nice pop there. Swaz, unfortunately, not be able to get that. Popo can do more than score. Also getting the save there. Moufinho's out there, see if they can get the clear. Sure enough, Oxy, though, trying to challenge. Still plenty of time. Only the 1-0 lead right now. I do believe, Sporty, that we are starting to see some adjustments there by the Mustangs. Let's see if that can continue on here. Moufinho trying to block things out. Kazu's back there. And in fact, we did see a switch up. So we've got Kazu in there instead of Haz this time around.
Yeah, I don't blame PSA Mustangs for making that change. They've dropped 2 games pretty badly as well. It's games where they got very clearly outplayed. They've got to make adjustments, and well, they have done that. You can already see the change up it's making. Dreamstation sitting back a little further. They're trying to learn a little more about the Mustangs as here comes EJ, long touch. Swaz will get there, trying to find Oxy. Reminder, these guys swept Dreamstation in the regular season. Now in the playoffs, it's a lot different as that one. Oh, the demo concealed it. It's rolling all the way in. It's Mafino's goal, but assist should really be given to that smoke screen.
The demo goals, left, right, and center. I will say as well, I really enjoy the substitution because you get somebody in there who has not been affected directly by the demos. The entirety of PSA so far has. Get somebody in there like Kazu, has not felt it as of yet. That will not last long, however. Mafino thought we might see a little pop there. Swaz, though, trying to take it out. And again, the aggression is there, not only in terms of shots, not only in terms of the tremendous saves, but the demos coming out. And if the Dreamstation, like I said, is all about handing out nightmares, I know it is cliche, but so very effective. And again, 3-0, Dreamstation, 5, moving, grooving, have dreams of their own of championship gold.
Mafino really is a problem for PSA at this point. You can see he assists that one, but he doesn't just assist it, he also goes with a bump, and he succeeds in making that defender move. If he wasn't able to get that, that's a save for PSA if he doesn't force that defender to have to respect his ability to bump him there. And Dreamstation are just allowing themselves to be so successful. It was a great, assist from Mafino. It's a great shot from EJ. PSA back the other way. Oxy off the back wall. Second touch. He's got it. Oxy off the back wall. PSA Mustangs are not out of it just yet.
Just a tremendous fall up there. Good retaliation. If you are going to handle around, if you're going to stay on the ground and bring out the demos, that's totally fine. This is a Mustang squad that can take to the air and be so very efficient. Now, the problem comes if Dreamstation is able to hit those aerial demos, very much the thing, then PSA may have an even bigger problem. But still, plenty of time, just under halftime here. We shall see if PSA able to respond. Kazu, see, left, right, and I thought we might see a full team play there. We did not in that case, but here comes Oxy up and around. Great save there by Popo. Has the savior, already 3 saves to their credit in this match alone. Popo not able to get it out across, but the Mustangs all in the corner there. I believe Dreamstation should be able to wrap back around. No, Kazu pressing it back towards Dreamstation's side there. We are getting aggressive. The bully ball coming out H and everywhere. All of these players feeling it, taking it to a next level, the minigame that you do in fact love to see. Nice pop there by Oxy. Swaz, though, a little bit too far back. And Dreamstation with the excellent clear there. Kazu trying to set it up for Swaz. Heading up there, Popo hanging in net. Mafino going up, can't get it there, but EJ able to get the tremendous save. Sensational clear. Moving back down towards the Mustang side of the pitch. Does not happen. Swaz tries to get it. Might we see a flick? We will not. That Swaz to Oxy connection just not allowing it to actually get in a rhythm.
Yeah, and the reason why is because Dreamstation is just chasing PSA Mustangs. So anytime they think they're going to go for a pass, it's a Dreamstation player who is right on top of it. You can see Swaz there trying to get that 50 Oxy, but Popo keeps him out with that 50. Mafino now. Off that sidewall, Oxy again. PSA starting to get desperate. They've got to get those passes done, but they just can't get them as now Swaz overcommits. EJ's got it for free, and Dreamstation are on a roll.
At this point, not only are they on a roll, scoring, just vibing, but at this point, how much are they living in the Mustangs' heads, going around grabbing demo after demo, and extermination, for crying out loud. This intensity is the kind of intensity, the kind of aggression that will win you games, will win you series, that might win them a championship. PSA, they have more than enough firepower to make this happen. You got to wonder if maybe Kaz may come back in after taking the moment to kind of breathe, just relax a little bit. We have established the fact that Dreamstation is going to come out with violence incarnate, but if Haz is able to come on back, makes a tremendous third teammate. But just some way, somehow, Swaz and Oxy have got to find a way to get in rhythm, and Oxy almost has it there. But my goodness, Sporty, the level of defense, and one reset, not able to bully it in. Oxy able to get the save there. Swaz, I do believe, trying to get things back out to take one more shot, but no. Mafino able to escort it back towards PSA and Dreamstation on the cusp.
Only one game is needed for them. The finals are within reach. This is where they can make it happen. But we have seen on the stream before. I actually think we've seen it on the stream about 11 or 12 times on this past. The legendary 3-1 comeback. It's a comeback that has been very famous on the stream. It's been immortalized in the stream's history. PSA Mustangs now must complete that 3-1 comeback. Will has come back in. Will they make a change again? I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. We'll see, though, if that's the option. It is Swaz, Has, and Oxy, Kaizu being brought right back out. PSA Mustangs, you know, their season on the line. They were able to beat Dreamstation earlier, but this is the semifinals, and this is single elimination. You lose, you're out, and Dreamstation making their statement very well known here to PSA Mustangs. They do not care about the past.
And Dreamstation ready to make a statement regardless of who they play. They are ready to take the Mustang spot. But you mentioned about coming back that from a 3-1, getting the reverse sweep. I have seen some magic over my time. Monkeyshines magic. We are able to get that reverse sweep, and I know it is going to be a chore and a half if you are PSA, but we are right back here. You don't necessarily need to stress about how much you need to win the entire series. It is all about game by game, series by series, play by play at this point.
Every little adjustment, every little play, everything matters as well. Pass! Oh, EJ to Popo! That was beautiful from EJ! Off the side, he got the dribble. He thought he was gonna miss it for a second, but he still got up to it and just got his way through Oxy. A pass in the midfield for Popo. And make no mistake of it, Dreamstation are on the board.
Tremendous shot by Popo. We've said it time and time and time again. I'm waiting for the demo goals to start coming out, quite honestly, and I've said enough. Do love seeing him. Has not able to connect on that one. Both Oxy and Swaz a little bit bunched up there. EJ, good read. I do believe. Nice pop there by Popo. Popo can do it all at this point. Up and over. EJ waiting for the serve up. Back to EJ. EJ not able to follow up on that one, and Has trying to get it out of harm's way. Dangerous spot. Mofenio not able to get the true shot there. Swaz able to get it out of harm's way, though. You've got Dreamstation just, they're playing with house money at this point. Why not go out there and have even more fun than you already have? They are feeling it. They are rotating very well. We have seen demo after demo. We have seen all sorts of violence. Everything you thought you might get from a team. This team, that team, the other. We are seeing 3 different kinds. All the momentum in the world. Great shots, great defense. Everything that you get on the stat sheet and off. And Swaz comes on through, knots things up at once, says you want the drama, you want the intrigue. I can certainly give us a start.
I was gonna say, I thought that was an own goal from Mofenio. It is. Right off of him in his own net. Probably one of the worst ways to give up a goal there. And I was going to mention about Dreamstation, how they have been trying to find those connections, and now they've really relied heavily on that Popo-EJ connection, allowing Mofenio to be a little further back, and well, we've seen how that has been a bit of a slower progress for them, and yet it is one that can feel a little more consistent for them, I think, though, and that's what they're trying to go for here, just consistently trying to take down PSA, but PSA has scored, and Dreamstation, pass in front for Popo! That one! Oh, what a save from Swaz! That was like almost in the net, that was hiding on the post, and he's able to get just enough on it. Here comes EJ, that's not on. Mofenio to shoot! That one is caught by Oxy! Popo now, maybe another chance off the back wall. Oxy sends it away. A sigh of relief for the PSA Mustangs side. That was dangerous for them.
It looked like things are getting hectic, understandably so in this situation, but we are starting to see some off miscommunication, again, very uncharacteristic by PSA. But we have seen, though, like I said, concentrated violence courtesy of Dreamstation over the course here. But as we get closer to 2 minutes, right now it appears we are seeing something a little bit more even. Mofenio trying to sneak it up and over. Great save there by Swaz. And it looks like the Mustangs may have decided to go back to a more defensive-minded role. They know they can get those shots. They know they can sneak through and get those cheeky little touches. So at this point, if you can somehow press Dreamstation back on their heels, but AJ from how in the world long? Unfortunately, pass out from Swaz to Has. That was a great read. That was a great opportunity, but AJ just sneaks it on by 2-1 in favor of Dreamstation. Buck 46 left, quite possibly in PSA's season.
Mofenio Well, another bump attempt. He hasn't had that many demos this game, but the ones he has had have been pretty important. And, well, Dreamstation in the lead again with, as you mentioned, about 90 seconds left. It's EJ. Now pinch. Oxy, EJ in front for Mafino! Oh, it's off the bar! Popo, slowly! Oxy's got it out! EJ bumped! Swaz will get the clear! Mustangs on their own goal line are really not making this easy for themselves as Mafino with the beat! Dreamstation knocking their sequin weapon in Mafino once again! And at this point for Mustangs, they have so little hope left.
Mustangs had a tremendous defensive formation. They're very strong, but they were all get pulled to the side. And when you have a strong side, that means you are going to have a weak side. Mafino wraps around and exploits it perfectly. 3-1 in favor of Dreamstation. Popo taking the shot there. How many of those have we seen gone in? But Swaz back there trying to get the carry. Mafino in net, trying to sneak it on out and gets a fantastic save. Again, just vibing so very well out there. Our Dreamstation. There's still plenty of time for PSA to come back, but they got to make a statement, and they got to make a statement now. Swaz back there. Unfortunately, that is not the statement that they wanted to make. EJ off the ceiling. 5 shots, 2 goals, but at the end of the day, 4-1 in favor of Dreamstation, and my guy, they are in grand finals form.
They are. This is a grand finals level performance. This is what you expect from a team who makes it to the top 2. Dreamstation, you know, one of the best teams here, and they're really proving it here. You saw PSA Mustangs were saying that this is a team that everybody's been struggling against. Even Dreamstation had their struggles with this team. And yet, in this series, PSA Mustangs have been little more than just a name on the board. Dreamstation in absolute control. They almost got a 5th one there. Time will have to run out for PSA soon unless they can muster some last effort. It's gonna be Dreamstation moving to the finals. Oxy looking for a chance. Popo keeping it up, but it's Swaz's shot to the top left. PSA Mustangs have got another one, but this is 24 seconds left. This is crunch time. They've got a lot of, they don't have a lot of time left. They've got a lot of hope in them, but they won't get that many chances. They basically have to score from here on out.
Unfortunately, that kickoff was not kind. You want to see some kind of a kickoff goal, kickoff win, just something that lines up perfectly. But I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, Dreamstation has come out here, done everything they needed to, but they are not done just yet, says Has. We have hope. There are 10 seconds remaining, and we will use them to quite possibly sneak things on. Great pass there up and over, and Has read that so very well, sir.
Dreamstation started to relax. They started to, you know, think that this is theirs. This series is anything but over. 10 seconds. PSA Mustangs trying to make the comeback of a lifetime here. Swaz, the dribble, the flick, and PSA Mustangs, what a comeback!
I'm telling you, I was going to be so very, very upset. And great block there by Oxy. I was going to be so very upset, and I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it. We got 3 seconds left. Weird things can happen. We will see if a kickoff goal helps determine this one. Popo coming through. Will we see it? Will it touch? It sure will, FTC folks, for the content here.
Overtime. I've already used my voice up, but this series continues. Oxy off the sidewall, second touch. Dreamstation can go to the finals with one more goal, but PSA Mustangs, everything on them to get the next one, to keep the series going. Mafino to end it on! Mafino comes up clutch, and Dreamstation have made it to the top 2.
I will just say this. I have 3 letters for you, Swarty. O-O-F. Oof. But I just, Dreamstation comes out, plays in tremendous form, and this is so much to their credit. They came out and asserted this against PSA, a team that is so strong, so good, and Dreamstation comes out here and looks that whole tier above them. I obviously don't know who they're going to play, but I do not envy them at this point, because we saw a team that not only is offensively fantastic, defensively fantastic, but a team that goes out and knows how to wreck you. That is such a huge feather in their cap, and I can't wait to see what they do moving forward.
Wow, what a finals. And hey, I said I was going to get, I think I told you before we ever went live today, me getting loud is not a surprising thing, especially for a series like this. And boy, was that last game entertaining. That 3-goal comeback with Mustangs, just to have it go to overtime where Mavinho came up with that clutch play like he's done so many times at, this series. So many clutch plays. And, it's not even just Mavinho. I know I toot that horn a lot, where Mavinho just is great. But let's be real honest here. Mavinho is not the only player on that field. It's him. It's Popo, who just had lights out shooting. It's EJ, who kept a strong defensive form and then pushed up a little higher to make sure that his team had that offense still by the end of that series. It's exactly what Dreamstation wanted. They had a full team effort, and hey, they're in the finals because of it.
Team win across the board. We talked a little bit about Mafinho, but comes out there, like you said, Popo so very good on those shots. And after all of it, we saw a little bit of everything from everybody. They come out, I've said it several times, but they come out with an almost free play mentality. They're out there just having fun, clearly, and implementing all of those demos, all of those bumps, the biggest amount of bully ball I have seen in a hot minute, especially at this rank. You typically don't see something of that level. So to see it implemented that much and to that efficiency was a sight to behold.
Well, I know you're happy to see it here. Again, what a matchup that was. It's, again, a Dreamstation win. Let's take a look at that bracket once again. Again, they're in the finals now. They get to play the winner of Dark and Affinity Reborn in that one. Again, it's another insane matchup. Whoever of those two wins, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, you have to think Dreamstation are now, one of those teams that you can't count them out anymore. They've gone to the finals for this reason. That reason is because they are just playing that well here. As, my goodness, Dreamstation, a good win. We're going to see if maybe, and we can chat with them a little bit afterwards, and if they're available for that. I know they sometimes are. But again, going to the final, Dark, Affinity Reborn. I mean, you know this pretty well here, CplMonkeyshines. It's going to be insane no matter who makes it through the finals on the other side of the bracket.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, I mean, the winner of this game has a huge statement that has been made. Dreamstation makes a dream statement, and it is one of aggression. So, Dark, Affinity Reborn, looking forward to that so very much, but on the opposite end, they both know they have to bring an extra level of aggression. Dreamstation's got it in their back pocket, and they might not assert it straight away, but it's there. And just like we saw a little bit earlier in the evening, if you have something that you go to the well with and it wins you games, that's awesome. At least you know it's a factor. So even if they don't necessarily come out in the grand finals with those demos, with those bumps, anybody knows that it is a thing they have to be aware of. And once things start, you have to be cognizant of the idea that they will not stop.
Yeah, of course. Again, we are going to get ourselves into that interview. It actually turns out it's going to be EJ Popo joining us for this one, so that's going to be fun. Again, we'll get them in just a minute again. What a night it's been. We're going to end off a little interview just for all of you Dreamstation fans still sticking around. But let's take a look at our schedule once again. We had two best sevens today. Unknown Esports versus Missouri Western State University. A 4-1 win for Unknown. And Daffy, Duckz, TakaGG, you joined me for that one here. CplMonkeyshines, we got to see that Game 5 win for Daffy, Duckz. And a 4-1 for Dreamstation. All the blue teams won today, actually, just noticed. It's a blue day, I guess, here for this Friday nights. And, well, again, Dreamstation were the last team to win here. And, again, we're gonna get EJ Popo to join on in, and what a series it is. Again, what a night it has been. We're gonna get EJ, we're gonna get Popo here very soon, just to chat with us a little bit about this series, their season, and really everything about it. It's probably a very emotional match for so many of these teams.
Well, I mean, you can't go into something like this and straight away came out. Dreamstation looks so very crisp. They look so energetic. They look like they were having a good time. And that's the kind of thing that you have to have against just a juggernaut like PSA, because they are obviously folks, they know what they want to do. But by the same token, you were mentioning an underdog role. Everybody expected, yes, this is time for PSA to step up and step on Dreamstation. Dreamstation, not interested in that narrative at all. We talk about, okay, really, was there an underdog per se? Sure, on paper, but when they went out there and got that initial lead, I mean, it was a statement made that we are not messing around. We are no way an underdog. We are here. We are out to take the whole thing with aggression. And from there, I got to think it caught PSA a little bit off balance. I don't know that anybody, them, PSA, me, or anybody else could have expected that level of aggression, that number of demos, anything like that. but so very effective.
Well, joining us here is EJ Popo. Welcome in. Congratulations on you and you're finalists now, EJ. What a time to, play in a series. What a way to, get a win. What a way to get there as well. 4-1 over one of the most dominant teams in your league. How are you feeling now? You got revenge over the team that swept you in the regular season.
I'm feeling pretty good. Glad that we got the win. So, yeah.
And again, I gotta mention you guys got swept by this team in the regular season. Obviously, that didn't affect you in any way. I was gonna ask if it had any effect, but obviously it didn't because you guys just 4-1 them pretty convincingly as well. I mean, did you have that sweep that sweep loss kind of in the back of your mind? Did you kind of come into the series knowing that hey, this is the team that beat us? Was that a kind of a factor to helping you guys win? That dominantly. Was the fact that they beat you the season kind of a reason for you to kind of get that revenge?
I mean, to be honest, it was so long ago. I don't even remember playing against them. I can't even remember what roster we used, but I'm just happy we got the win, even though they swept us during the regular season. So
It's an absolutely tremendous game from both of you. So Popo, I'm gonna send this at you. Where did that aggression come from?
You mean like the bumps and demos?
The bumps,
or...
the demos, the bully ball. Where did that come from?
Oh, I think that's like when we're on our on game. That's always kind of been our play style with Muffin. He tends to be a little bit more of a demo chasey player, and I think it comes out in me as well.
Well, hey, there you go. There's the bumps, there's demos. Thank you, Pascal, for the raid. You joined in. We're currently interviewing Dreamstation, who just 4-1 PSA Mustangs in the semifinals. Again, going into the grand finals. And, I mean, yeah, you guys brought in the demos, you brought in the bumps. I know Rafinha can be a pretty aggressive player, and he can definitely overwhelm people. But really, there's a lot of, ways that you guys overwhelmed each other. EJ, I mean, as that team captain, you kind of had to oversee kind of how these people work. I feel like everybody kind of had a role there, at least at the start of the series. But as time went on, it kind of got a little more nebulous, a little bit more mixed. But to the point where at the end of the series, everybody was playing kind of every single role. Was that by intention, or was that just kind of based on the factor of events that you guys kind of just started to fill in for each other by the end of that series?
Yeah, it's just teamwork. We just try to fill in where we can and make sure rotations are smooth and whatnot. We just support each other throughout the game and play our roles.
So EJ, you go out there, you play so very well in that game number one. You jump out like that. What was your guys' mindset after that game one win?
Honestly, we were pretty happy with it. We didn't expect it to go that way. To be honest, we didn't think the whole series would go that way. At least I didn't. But I had confidence we would at least keep it close. So.
Oh, yeah, you did a little better than I think just keeping it close with these guys.
Yeah.
Here, it's a 4-1 win. Is again, you're in the finals. Popo, obviously, your matchup is going to be against the winner of Slap Dark Affinity Reborn. I don't believe that series has actually started yet. So, again, is there any comments on that one? Any comments on who your potential finalist may be, or would you rather just keep it quiet, just play whoever comes against you?
The way that this tournament's set up is that they had two conferences, and we haven't played either of those teams yet. They were from the other conference, and so they put all of the Western Conference players on one side of the bracket and Eastern Conference on the other side. So we haven't actually played those teams in league play, and I'm not really sure who's going to come out on top on that one.
Well, again, it's a fair statement. I mean, again, it's a tough one to make as well. It's the semifinals after all, and again, you guys win. Again, congratulations on your 4-1 win. Well, again, we always do little shout-outs. We'll do some here. We'll start with Popo. We'll go to EJ. So we'll start with Popo. Popo, you have any shout-outs, any final messages for anybody out there supporting you and watching you guys here in your path to ECS Season 0 championships?
Shout out my homie Wall, our current teammate, helping me with confidence and comms and all that stuff.
Well, not to be kind of a downer, but Wall did. He did say in chat, I think it was a joke, but he did say that Mustangs were going to sweep wins. So,
I know. He makes jokes.
I was gonna
He's
say,
funny.
I know Wall pretty well. I was gonna say that is a Wall message if I've ever seen one before, right? But that is a very Wall thing to say. As well, Wall now saying he always believed. So now Wall just hello Wall in chat. Yeah, I'm sure you're happy to see your team win here. As we'll go to EJ. Is there anything that you'd like to say as well? Is there any shoutouts you have? Anybody that you'd like to thank?
I would also like to shout out to Wall. He's a great guy and great teammate. I'll also shout out to some of the DST members that were watching, even though we kind of left the org. Thanks for the support, though. But yeah.
Again, congratulations on your win. Monkey Shines, do you have any last kind of things you want to say to EJ or Popo?
Well, GG's, first of all, this was a tremendous series, delivered so very, very well. Ultimately, well played. Love the aggression. Keep it up.
Mhm.
Look forward to seeing you in the grand finals.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you so
Alright.
much for joining, EJ and Popo. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Yeah, you too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You too.
Again, that was EJ, Popo, joining us. A 4-1 win for Dreamstation. And, well, Monkey Shines, again, what a match that was. What a fun time. I'm happy that I had you join me here for these two of these 3 matches here again. Well, you know, a great end. And ultimately, because you have joined me, I'll give you some time. Is there anything that you'd like to say? Any final messages for the stream? Any final messages overall to kind of end off tonight's matches?
Well, I gotta say this. Coming into the evening, I fully didn't expect this. I thought I'd be doing this solo, but then I found out that weirdly enough, things were double booked, and I said to myself, hey, here's the opportunity. I've seen Sporty a number of times. I'd love to work with them, and this worked out wonderfully. I guess, if anything, I'm grateful for the tremendous action we saw tonight. I'm grateful for you for letting me come on in and enjoy this with you. This has been fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody in chat. This has been great.
Well, again, thank you all so much for joining. What a night of action. It's great to have seen you all, and it's great to have been here. Some incredible matches. Again, thank you so much for joining. Monkey Shines, tell everybody to have an amazing rest of the night.
Have an amazing rest of your night, folks.
See you all very soon back on the Sporty stream.